subscriber, Wyma11. Thank you so much. That's so awesome that I had to come out of mute mode. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I'm not still muted. Welcome to the Gambit's Cup Throwback week number 1. I can tell it's going to be a good day already. We've had our first sub before I even started talking, which is a good sign. Although I'm not sure if that means that I would actually get more subs by just muting myself for 3 hours. So we may have to experiment with that for science, you know. Just introduce random periods of mutage. But yeah, it's Gambit's Cup, guys. It's back. Many thanks to Awa for getting this together. There is actually an insane prize pool for this. It's like $350, I believe. Yeah, $250 for first, $100 for second, shared among the team, of course. And yeah, it is very exciting. So this isn't going to be a full-scale Gambit's Cup. I believe there were just 4 teams invited: LRM, IFU, SAS, and NB, which were the 4 powerhouse teams back in the day. So it definitely makes sense to invite those guys back. And it's a double elimination 4-man bracket, basically. So this week, or today, we're going to have 3 matches. The first 2 rounds in the upper bracket and the first losers bracket round. So we're going to have 1 team eliminated today. And then next week, we will have the winners match, and then the loser of that playing against the winner of the loser from today. Man, double elim is so hard to explain in words. And then, of course, in the 3rd week, we will have the grand finals to determine who is the champion of the Gambit's Cup Throwback. And also, I don't think it's been announced anywhere yet, but I may also cast a France versus Poland nation war on the same day. So I'll try and figure out how to do that. I may do that one first and then do the Gambit's Cup finals after or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I think there's a ton of other events going on as well, so I'm like trying to get all the scheduling set in my head without like double booking myself, basically. Okay, so first match, as you can see on screen, is going to be IFU versus LRM. You can see the matchups and the maps. Got a few older cool maps in there, like Tau Cross, Heartbreak Ridge. I do like that map. And of course, we got the staple Fighting Spirit Jade. All the good stuff. I mean, it's a very classic clan war. Best of ones all the way down with an ace match if necessary. I do hope we get to an ace match, although I'm slightly concerned because I feel like if we get to an ace match with these two teams, it's quite likely to be a ZVZ. I mean, LRM, you can see 3 out of the 4 players are Zergs, and on IFU, only Eon Zerg is a Zerg, but you know, given that he's been winning tournaments pretty much every weekend for the last couple of months, or pretty well since Remastered came out, I feel like there's a pretty decent chance that IFU would pick Eon Zerg as their ace, unless, I don't know, maybe they want to just pick one of their Terrans to kill a Zerg or something like that. I was actually saying in chat earlier, in terms of like predicting this matchup, so basically it's 3 TVZs with the Terran on IFU's side, right? So Marwyn, SPX, and Cryok are all Terrans playing against Zergs. And generally, I feel that matchup is good for Zerg, or sorry, good for Terran. Whoops, got that backwards. I mean, statistically, Terrans do better in TVZ, right? And also, I feel like, you know, for Cryok and SPX, maybe that's definitely a good matchup for them. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, a whole bunch of heavy hitters here. I'm really glad to see Marwyn active and playing as well. That's pretty exciting. Even back in the day, in the last Gambit's Cup, I mean, he definitely played some, but I don't remember him being like a super active player, or maybe he just like kind of did a lot of laddering and stuff, and I don't really know. I also see some people were asking about Mad. Mad, again, I'm not really 100% sure about the race. He is listed as Protoss in the lineups, but even Awa is unsure about what race he actually played in the game. So we'll find out, I guess. Anyway, I think that is all the spiel I have for now. So we can just go straight into game number 1. It's going to be Marwyn versus Oxzerg. Oh, just a quick disclaimer. This, of course, is all from replays. These 2 matches were played yesterday. And the losers match is actually happening right now on Battle.net. So after I finish these 2 matches, I'll get the replays from that from Awa, and then see what happens. But don't worry, nothing's been spoiled. I don't know any results or anything like that. So it's all good. All right, going into game number 1. Boom. Okay, so at the top right position as the Teal Terran, we have IFU Marwyn, and oh my god, I'm in single player mode, which means that whenever I click the View Players tab, it actually pauses the game, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if I should just host myself on Battle.net, and so that doesn't happen. I don't know how annoying that's going to be. I mean, it's only going to happen like twice at the beginning, or once at the beginning of the game, I guess. Anyway, Oxzerg is going to be the brown Zerg here at the bottom right. And hopefully the audio balance is okay. The game sounded just a little bit quiet for me, but maybe it's fine. I will let the viewers let me know. So we are on Tau Cross, as you can see, and this is actually, I believe, my first replay cast since Remastered. I think I've done everything else live, which is kind of interesting because back in the day, I think I did more replay casts, or it was kind of like 50-50. Because, you know, back before we had all this fancy remastered stuff, there's a lot more potential for like lag and hosting issues. So just to avoid all that nonsense, it was nice to cast from replays. I guess the benefit here is I can actually see what people are building now and researching, which is pretty nice. So maybe give a bit more insight into what the players are doing. We actually had a gas trick, 9-pool with gas trick from Oxzerg. Oh, I mean, it's the classic Oxzerg, right? He loves his Zerglings. After all these years, I mean, Oxzerg's still gonna oct. Going for the 9-pool in ZVT. Now, unfortunately for him, he's gonna get scouted first. So Terran's gonna see what's coming. Also, I believe you can build a single depot here, and it's completely link tight. So as soon as the SCV sees what's happening, it's going to not really be an issue anymore. Also, is it just me, or is the minimap not updating that quickly? Do you guys see what I mean? I feel like there's like a tick rate on the minimap that's slower than what it usually is. Can I like set latency here or something? Am I on like turn rate 2 in replay mode or something like that? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is normal for what's happening. I don't know if I'm just going crazy. Okay, so we see the links. I'm gonna skedaddle out of here. Are we gonna build a depot? I think we are, right? because that just immediately shuts it down. Anyway, I guess I'll join Battle.net after this game and see if that's better. But this should be a link tight wall, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think this 9-pull is going to do anything for Oxer. I'm a little bit surprised he chose to do this on Tau Cross. And yeah, you can see, I mean, he knows. I guess he's not going to get in here. And you can see the SCV not going to finish the construction. Just going to allow that to just chill for a second. He's just going to build the command center, right? So he's gonna go for 1 Rax expand anyway. He doesn't really care about this. Ooh, SCV's actually still barely alive. He's probably not going to get back into the main. Yeah. But Oxerg has gone for the double expand opening here. Instead of building the 3rd hatchery as a macro hatch in his main, he's actually gone ahead and taken the 3rd base. I actually quite like this because Tau Cross is a little bit of an annoying map in that, you know, it's completely flat. It's a little bit harder for Zerg to defend the 3rd base. It's a little bit tricky if you take another main to position your lurkers in such a way that the Marines can't just run in, because you can see there's no ramp here. And also, the 3rd base is actually relatively close, and everything is open, but if you're going to play like an aggressive style anyway, then it's completely fine, right? I mean, if he's going to go for a 9-pull for the early lings and then expect Marwin to just kind of, you know, play this kind of 1 Rax expand very standard style, which I think Marwin's kind of a pretty standard player, right? Then this is not a bad idea. Oh man, and he's going for a Hydrogen before his lair. Interesting. I guess this is because he doesn't know what's going on in the base, so it's actually possible that Marwin was not going for a 1 Rax expand and was actually, in response to this, going for some kind of 1 base tech build. So the Hydrogen is just for safety against like a Vulture drop or something. I guess in theory he could, you know, try and break the front with some Hydras, which would be really funny. But I don't know. I think it's more likely to just kind of be a precautionary measure. I mean, the thing is, on Tau Cross, going like Hydra Lurker, I think is pretty effective, right? I think Day 9 even talked about how back in the day on this map, Zergs could totally go like mass Lurker and Muta builds. You can just expand all over the place and get a ton of gas. Or was he talking about ZBP? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Whatever, man. Alright, first game of the day. Getting warmed up here. Brain's still not fully functional. I mean, guys, I casted like 8.5 hours straight yesterday. Which is the longest I've done in a while. I mean, you know, for younger Sale, that was not such a big deal. But for old and balding Sale, it's a little bit intense. So we're going to do a little bit of a light casting today, being a bit of recovery mode. I heard a scan go down. I don't know what he actually saw. I was not quick enough to change the vision. I didn't want to like goof around with the thing. But given that there's Hydras running around and there's like a den in the main, it seems fairly likely that he would have seen it, and he's building a bunker at the front. Oh, there's another scan. Wait, let's see. Oh, wait, it actually pauses. Does that mean I can see? Oh, he scanned the natural. Okay, sees the Hydras at the top. Oh, that's pretty nice. I'm trying not to do that too much, though. I think the pausing is a bit annoying. Hey, and there's the double bunker at the front, so I guess I would have figured that out eventually. Some sneaky lings hiding here on the right side. I can barely even see them on the main map. Look at that. That's really non-obvious that they're there. And for some reason, this SCV is going all the way to the right. I think he sees them. That's pretty funny. Okay, so Oxerg appears to actually be going for some kind of crazy Hydra attack right now. Thank you so much, Mr. Forgiven, for the donation. I will keep it up, my friend. And Oxerg is going to do more than keep it up here. He's going to be jamming the Hydras into these bunkers. Hydras are pretty good against bunkers, I guess, even though they're not that good against Medic Marine. Is that a fire bat? I think that's a fire bat. Wow, I just realized these little pixel art things are so detailed in HD. Oh man, that's actually really cool. Yeah, we got an Evo chamber going on. I guess, did he change his mind? He's sending some dudes back. It's just an SEV. It's not that serious. Huh. Alright, then he's gone for a lair. And he's getting lurkers. Okay, so the good old fake Hydra bust, which is probably a good thing that he didn't commit, because I think like he could have killed the bunkers for sure, but then he would have just lost all of his Hydras because the Marines would have just shredded him. I think it was a fast +1 build as well, although I wasn't quite paying attention. But he did only get 3 barracks and then the factory. So it's not actually the 5 racks build, which is a little bit strange. Oh, we're gonna have a bit of a skirmish here. Hydra Link moving in. There's no lurkers yet though. I mean, they're killing some stuff. They do have both upgrades, range and speed. Is he getting +1 attack? Yeah, he's getting range attack. He's going Hydra Lurker. I do love me some Hydra Lurker, even though recently there was some Zerg who went Hydra Lurker that got destroyed. I can't remember who it was, but I wasn't casting that game. I think who the heck was casting that game? What game was that? I don't know. Whatever. And we have a straight tech to Hive. All right, so Hydra Pressure taking the place of Muta Pressure. And then Lurkers, and then Hive. I mean, you know, he saved a ton of gas by not getting the Spire or any Mutalisks. But let's see if he can actually stop the Medic Marine Force. Are there any Lurkers on the map? Okay, it looks like there's 3 Lurkers. He could try and do some kind of stop Lurker shenanigans. It's pretty obvious which path the Marines are going to be taking on Tau Cross. Gotta go across these bridges. There's 3 Lurkers here in the middle. Is he going to get the conga line? Are they stopped? They are indeed! The conga line's passing. It's not the best angle. Oh man, he doesn't actually wait for all of them to come here. I think he could have waited a second longer, but he does get a few free Marines at least. Not bad, not bad. Pretty close in supply here. 81 to 73. Whoa, hello. What else is happening? Got some siege tanks on the way. Got the vessel on the way as well. Looks like he's just gonna chill here. See, unlike the normal TVZ, you can't actually be overly aggressive as Terran in this spot when the Zerg's doing Hydra Lurk, because the Hydra Lurk force is actually super strong and can fight you head on, unlike the Muta force. I mean, okay, Mutaling, if it gets a good surround and you don't have too many Marines, it can also kill you. But Hydra Lurk is pretty scary. It's pretty beefy. So it looks like he's actually just gonna run around the side here. I guess the advantage the Terran has here, though, is that actually his Medic Marine will be a little bit more mobile than the Lurkers, at least, right? So you can kind of run in, poke a little bit, and when the Lurkers come in, you just kind of run away from them when they burrow. Whereas the Mutaling doesn't really give you that opportunity. You have to be much more careful, because if you overreach and you misstep, the Mutaling are so fast, they'll just kill you straight away. So he's just poking down here. You can see he's not really committing that many forces, just a couple control groups to pressure this base. Let's see, what else is going on here? Probably needs to do something quick though, because the Hive is going to be done. Oh, there we go. There's a drop in the back of the main base. There was a sunken colony, but that's going to get taken down by these Marines quite easily. The drones are evacuating. Can they actually get the Defiler out? That would be a huge win for the Terran. The Zerg army is a little bit too slow to come back here. The Marines, with the +1, just going to take this down super quick. But look, there's a big counterattack though into the natural. One Lurker just charging straight in, and the bunkers are not all full. The Divine Man was killed before consumed, but the Hydras are getting stuck on this depot. Really nice depot placement here, and the Hydras are getting obliterated. 3 siege tanks, 4 siege tanks in the back, and Oxer completely mauled. Down to 52 supply against 101. The spawning pool is now even going to die, and there's 1 Marine in the natural, killing a couple of drones here. Oxerg going for the big all-in counterattack and completely failing, just running headlong, smashing his skull on those siege tanks. And these Marines are just gonna kill everything now. Unfortunately, drones don't really do anything against 1-1 Marines. They now have 4 kills apiece. And he's now moving down. Unfortunately, a bit of a pathing issue means his tanks go separately from the rest of his army, so Oxer can actually get the siege tanks for free. Oxer, if he can pick off all 4 of these siege tanks, that'd be a really nice win for him. He's gonna get 2-3 of them. He's gonna get the last one. Siege tanks are really important. Only 1 of the siege tanks will survive. But is that enough for Oxer to live? I don't think so. Unfortunately for him, he's got his tech rebuilding at the left side third, but he's got no army to defend anymore. Oh man, it looks like we're gonna have a siege tank drop on the natural cliff. here on Tau Cross. The Lost Temple style cliff. Looks like the Marines charging into the third base as well. GG from Oxzerg. And IFU takes game number 1 in the Gambit's Cup Throwback. All right, so going back to my fancy overlay. Hey guys, I can even add a strike through here. Wait, how do I do this? Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to click. All right, let me see if I can be all fancy. Hey, wait, did that work? It worked. It worked. It doesn't actually look that impressive, but it worked. We did it. We did it. Confirmed. Alrighty. So, that means we will be moving on to another TVZ of SPX going up against Bakuryu. Very interesting. SPX, by the way, is apparently Chonman. Or is it Chonman or Chontaran or something like that? I think it's Chonman, right? So SPX is Chonman, who's been playing in a few tournaments recently. And Bakuryu actually played, I think, yesterday, and got knocked out in the semifinals, maybe, of Clash for Char against Eonzerg. Just had a couple of unfortunate ZBZs. But, yeah, let's see how he does here. The map is going to be Fighting Spirit. Alright, so in the top left position as the Red Terran, it's going to be IFU SPX, and indeed he is Chonman. And at the bottom right, as the Browns will be LRM Bakuryu. I just realized he's not Chonman as in, you know, like a dude. He's man as in, I don't know, like he's French. He's the French style man. Alrighty. By the way, your fancy donation overlay doesn't work well with different currencies. Damn, it's unfortunate. It's a little bit too fancy. This newfangled technology, man. I can't wrap my head around it. What does it actually say right now? Let me see. Oh, is 10 euros greater than that? Oh man, overlay can't math. It's too complicated. That's actually interesting. I wonder how it calculates the top thing. Does it just count it like based on the number? Like if you were to donate like 500 yen, which is what, like $5, would that be the top donation because it's just a really big number? Or I don't know, what currency is worth the least right now? Could you just donate like $1 billion of some worthless currency and just forever be top? That'd be pretty funny actually. Because if that's not the case, then I wonder how it calculates exchange rate, like where it gets that information from. Like, does it just use some kind of standard exchange rate database? I don't know how that stuff usually works. Anyway, Art of Turtle asks, oh, change of score? Yes, thank you, Funny. Art of Turtle asks if I'm excited that Sichuan sauce is coming back. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure. Sounds good. I mean, if something is coming back, then that means that people liked it, right? And it was good, so that's probably a good thing. Streamlabs doesn't support all currencies. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I'm actually using 2 different streaming things. Hold on, is anything happening in this game? Is this a 12 hatch, right? So 12 hatch against 1 Rax expand, right? We're not missing anything important. Okay. Back to the chat. I'm actually, so for the little pop-up cat thingy, I'm using Streamlabs, but for the actual overlay bar on the top, I'm using Strexum or something like that, because like my original Streamlabs thing was just text, and I wanted to look fancier, and the only place that I could look fancy and get like a thing like this was from Strexum. So like, all right, well, I guess I'll just combo and do both. It's the Mulan movie promotional sauce McDonald's had when the movie came out. See, now I'm not so sure anymore, man. When you said McDonald's, I was like, all right. I mean, I guess if that's what the people want. Alright, so let's see. SCV is going to see everything. It is a 3-hatch build from Baku. Baku is a pretty standard player. He's kind of like C, you know? It's pretty chill. Well, I guess actually C's not chill anymore. But, you know, back in the day when we thought C was chill, then Baku would be C. But he's not anymore, which is sad. It's very sad. I really liked C. My dreams and hopes have been shattered. Text is too small, says Foxhand. Yeah. I'll see if I can, I'll spend some time and see if I can make my own like little nice overlay, and then I can just use Streamlabs. That'd be cool. Oh, what's going on over here? 1 SCV supporting the charge of 5 Marines. They're cross map, so this isn't really gonna do anything. It's gonna force a sunken maybe. I don't think you really need a sunken even against just five vanilla Marines. SCV also went back. It's like, yeah, screw you guys, I'm out. Peace. Alright, so he's gonna build a few links. He's not gonna make a sunken. There's no need for a sunken against this. What do we got here? +1 seems good, and the Marines go back. Also seems good. So that's the correct decision, especially since you're cross map. Like if you were close positions and the Zerg was trying to be goofy and only make drones, then maybe that could work. But you can see he caused the Baku to make like 6 extra lings or something like that. I think he only had like 4 to begin with, right? Or maybe 6. So he had to make 4 to 6 additional lings, which is not really what you want. But he's gonna go for the Spire, I think. I don't see any den yet. No crazy Hydra opening like Oxark did last game. Bum, ba, bum. All right. Academy on the way. Man, ever since Kix told me about the Flash tutorial video for how to go 1-racks expand into Fast +1, I've wanted to actually watch that, but like I don't actually play Terran. I don't play TVZ, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch it for fun. Oh man, I was busy watching ASL earlier today though. Man, those were some interesting games. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, just in case people haven't watched it, but there were some lulls to be had in at least one of the games. Okay, looks like Ling's just gonna chill here. I mean, we just gotta wait for the mutas to come out, right? Maybe the Marines can pressure a little bit more, but it looks like he's just gonna chill. Man, I really love the little detailed like wireframes on this. It just looks really cool. I guess now that I think about it, there's wireframes on all the unit cards anyway. So, like if I click a Marine, it's the same. Is that the same frame? It is, right? It's just smaller. Yeah. So it's all already on the Marines, and I'm just freaking out for some reason because it's smaller. All right, so we got some sunkens because the Lings see the Marines moving out. But again, it is cross map, so it'll take them a while to get there. Looks like Baku gonna go ahead and take the bottom left hatchery. As I said, very, very standard play. We've got 9 mutas popping. It's like 8. This guy's a little bit late to the party. It's okay, forgive him. There's always that one guy, you know? It's that one guy that just can't show up on time. Freaking guy. Alright, anyway. Muta-Ling attack coming in. Well, I mean, it's probably just going to be a Muta attack. The Lings will just chill for a second. If you can pull all the Marines into the main base, then the Lings can go into the natural. Which should be pretty nice for him. It's like there's a couple of turrets. They're not like right next to each other, which is what you usually see, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Alright, Marines coming in. They're kind of AFK though. Oh, whoa. I think that was a reinforcement muta or something. That just came right from the bottom there. And oh man, taking a lot of damage. 2 more mutas have fallen, and the rest have taken a really severe beating there. That's not what Bakryu wants. Got a little bit too stuck in. +1 did finish for the Marines, so really shredding through those mutas. It's really crazy how much of a difference the +1 attack actually makes. But it does make a huge difference. Because I mean, Stim Marines shoot like 1,000,000 times a second. It's pretty cool, actually, now that I think about it. Like, a Stimmed Marine is basically shooting his machine gun on full automatic, you know? It's like Rambo style. It's pretty cool. Except somehow he actually hits every single shot. Oh my god, guys. Guys, I figured out a balance patch for Brood War. Whenever Marines stim, they should have like a 20% miss chance. So they shoot twice as fast, but 20% of their shots actually miss. Wouldn't that be so much better? Come on, Zergs, back me up here. That'd be so much better, right? I think Blizzard needs to do that. Because otherwise, how are you gonna shoot the gun on full automatic and hit every single bullet? You know? That doesn't even make sense. See, yeah, thank you, Gdenza. Exactly. Alright, so we got an additional sunken in the front. I don't know why he didn't just put it in a line. But, I mean, it's fine. I trust Bakri. Bakri knows what he's doing. So, I won't question the great and mighty Bakri. I don't know why I hesitated saying his name there. I was just so intimidated by his genius that I did not even dare to speak his name. Oh. It's like he's actually preparing these things on the set. Wait, how did none of the Marines shoot that? Are they all on like follow on a tank or something? But even then they weren't moving, right? I didn't actually see what just happened there. Alright, so we got lurkers out in any case. Chonman, this is actually really weird. Chonman has been able to do like no pressure, even though the mutas came in once, got shredded, and then just left, and then Chonman didn't actually leave his base. Or SPX, I guess. Just was like, alright, well, I'm just gonna sit here. Just being a little bit cautious. I mean, okay, his first vessel is out now, so that's the timing to go. Normally, the Terran, especially with +1 flybracks, would be a little bit more aggressive before this, but maybe he's just scared of getting stopped lurkered or something. But this has given Bakryu enough time to have his Defiler Mound get very close to finished. He can build. He's building a Nidus Canal, right? Yeah, I clicked that already. I just didn't register on my brain. So the Nidus Canal is going to finish. He's going to place the exit here. And even though the tanks are pushing the lurkers back, oh man, they're actually doing a lot of damage. Oh, whoa. Alright, well, it's like, uh-oh. Wait, where's the exit? Oh no, Bakri, where's the exit? Oh no, the Nidus Canal actually does not finish in time. What? Well, that is extremely bad for Bakryu. I thought everything was fine, but Bakryu coming in with the army though. He's gonna grab all the siege tanks for free, and if he can kill this entire Terran army, this could still be okay for him. Because that is a huge Terran army, if he can pick them all off. Looks like one of the lurkers gets irradiated. I'm surprised he didn't irradiate the Muta block. And here we go, lurker coming, he's targeting down the lurkers though, and Bakryu could be in trouble. Bakryu, is he gonna be able to clean up this force? If he doesn't, then that would be a huge loss. There's Lings on the side that aren't coming in, it's so close. But it looks like the Terran is gonna hold on. And, where the heck did this guy come from? All right, emergency dropship coming in. And then deciding, wait a minute, we can actually just kill this, and then just putting everybody back down. It's like, all right, get back in the fight, guys. Meanwhile, medics are just gonna awkwardly go home. Nice macro though. Look at this macro from SPX. While that was going on, he's been macroing like a boss. Has a billion more Marines coming out. Is that a second starport? That is a second starport. I don't know what this guy's gonna build though. This Nidus Canal did not do its job. Oh! Oh, got him. Got him. And now SPX is rolling up into the natural. Yeah, get that Overlord. Show him who's boss. Where's the Defiler with Swarm though? Bakri's had his Defiler Mount done for ages, right? The consumer's finished. We need Defilers. There's one coming out now. Come on, Defiler, we need you. We need you, buddy. Defiler, please. S'il vous plaît. Eat something. He's really hungry. He just woke up. He's eating Scourge. And there's the Dark Swarm. Oh no! Oh wait, no. That Nidus actually doesn't go anywhere. Alright, that was a good idea from SPX, but that Nidus actually didn't go anywhere. I'm not even sure where he thought that Nidus would go, considering he killed the third base already. So that's kind of interesting. But I mean, fair enough. You know, Niduses are they're pretty high priority targets. So I hear scans going down, so you can see he scanned the top right, scans at 3 o'clock. Did he? I don't think he scanned the 6 o'clock though. which is where Bakuryu's actually remade his third. In the meantime, got look at old SK Terran style going on. Looks like gonna clear out the sling at the 12 o'clock to take his third base. But you can support Medic Marine for quite a while on 2 base. So he's not in any great hurry to take that. Bakuryu, on the other hand, really wants his third gas. Excuse me. I don't know what the heck happened to that tank. Got a little bit too excited there. Oh, Marine's coming in once again, targeting the lurkers. The back lurker's actually not under the swarm, but one lurker on the swarm is enough to fend off the Terran attack. The good old OP swarm lurker against Terran. Just gonna have to wait it out. Wait out the swarm, get an irradiate or something like that. Looks like more Marines heading down to the left side. What's going on over here? Look, guys, look at the minimap. There's some kind of crazy Overlord sight line going on in the bottom left. I'm not actually. I guess it's pretty nice because it gives Bakuryu really advanced warning. But actually, look at this Overlord positioning. Look, Overlord here, here, here. I like this. It's like the dropship defense system by Bakuryu. Pretty nice Overlord coverage. It's just unfortunate that he lost his third base, so he's pretty far behind still. Man, look at this. He's at 55 supply, just barely holding on against 122 supply for SPX. I guess the one decent thing. Wait, did he just shoot his own? Do you guys see that? He shot his own science vessel with the Marines. I'm like 90% sure he shot his science vessel with the Marines. Good old misclick in action. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I guess the one thing Bakuryu can at least be thankful for is there's no mech switch yet. SPX is staying on Medic Marine and now getting a third command center. But I mean, Medic Marine's pretty OP. Oh man, these science vessels. Bakuryu needs to make some scourge, man. SPX has been really bold with these science vessels. Oh no! Oh, 1 HP siege tank! He didn't finish it off. He could have just right-clicked it one more time. Oh man, did not finish that off. And SPX is just being relentless here. But look at the minimap though. He does have groups of Marines at the 12 and the 9 to secure those expansions, and even at the top right as well. He's not really checking the bottom left as much, but I think he checked there already and realized there wasn't anything there. Man, but see what I'm talking about? Bakuryu really needs some Scourge for this. Look at how these science vessels are going, man. Look, no protection. You gotta punish this. Oh man. And the D-Matrix Marine is standing in the back, which is not exactly what he needs to do. But I think Bakuryu is gonna be dead regardless here. No more. No, there's one more Defiler in the back, but there's no lurkers under here. The lurker is still morphing. There's a fire bat, but only one. Okay, second fire bat in the back, and Bakuryu looks like, oh man, missing the plague. Oh no, he only got like 3 units with that plague as well, 4 units with the plague. Wow, was that like a deliberate dodge by SPX? That might have actually been a deliberate dodge. Did you see that? The army was moving back, and then the units that were here kind of went forward when the plague was coming in. That was actually really sick. I'm gonna give credit to SPX for a sick plague dodge right there. In the meantime, basically a double expand coming out for SPX, 12 o'clock and top right, and Bakuryu is in no position to counterattack. However, he has somehow snuck a drone out to the bottom left here. There are like some random units. I think there's 4 random Marines running down just to check at the bottom left. And this constant pressure is really taking its toll here on Bakuryu. Look at this, just a never-ending irradiates. Oh man, I can just feel all the Zerg players watching this and getting frustrated. All right, here we go. There's some plagues on the vessels. There's a couple of vessels going down. Bakuryu finally taking advantage of SPX being a little bit too brazen with those science vessels. There's a couple of lurkers to help keep this base alive, unless dropship comes in. A lot of fire bats actually out for Chanman. I always find it hard to see fire bats when the Terran is red. It's just like a red blob. Oh, not like that. Do we have any other tech or anything going on? It's like, is that level 2 carapace about to finish? I think that is. What about Terran base? Nope, still on the Medic Marine. Why is he just sent all of his Marines or SCVs away? It's like 2-2 against 2-1 for the upgrades. Bakuryu though. I mean, Bakuryu's 6 o'clock has been, you know, completely unharmed, which is interesting. I mean, look at how much pressure has been going on like the past few minutes on this natural. I mean, what if he just went up here to the 6 o'clock? There's only one lurker here, right? But there are more Marines moving out now for SPX. They're just walking all over the place here. It's really hard to control this many medic Marine. I mean, he's got as many Marines or he's got more Marines than there are Zerglings, right? I mean, this is an insane army to control, but he's just walking them in to the bottom left. Oh my god, Marines, please. Into the Valley of Death. Unfortunate. It's funny too, because the Marines take 3 shots to kill as well, so those 2 lurkers don't even one-shot the line. If they actually stimmed and ran through, I think they might have even made it. Oh man, SPX should probably think about doing the mech switch now, right? He's got so much money in the bank. You can throw down like 7 factories. But no, he's going to stick with the medic Marine. I mean, I guess that's what he's comfortable with. Doing the good old Hwasin, you know? No mech switch. Oh no, he's doing it at the top right. Okay, there we go. So he's not going to lift all his barracks. He's going to keep pumping, but he's going to make the additional factories at the top right with the good old SCB party down in the corner. It's pretty good. Holy vessels! Oh, here we go! Oh, that's what Baku needed. That's what he needed. All right, he just needs like a couple more of those, and he'll be good to go. All right, here we go. Fail Scourge. All right, you could kill one more there, but that was pretty good. He killed like 6 vessels there. That's really good. And now there's 4 lurkers, and the Nidus Canal is finished. Is this connected? I mean, presumably that's connected to here, right? And the 6 o'clock is also holding 93 supply to 157. Baku is narrowing the gap, I guess. I mean, it's still a really, really dire situation, but he is holding on. I feel like SPX could probably afford to just even take another expansion. You know, why not? Just build a command center here at the Natural. I mean, he's got plenty of supplies, getting his factories. Maybe transfer some of these dudes away as well. Any additional fancy shenanigans going on? Doesn't seem like it. I guess that's Defiler Energy. That's interesting. So, Defiler Energy is an interesting upgrade because since Zerg has Consume, right? Since Defilers have Consume, you can always max out on your energy. So normally a Defiler with 200 energy can either do 1 Plague or 2 Swarms because a Plague costs 150, right? Whereas I guess if you get the energy upgrade that allows you to do a Swarm and a Plague with 1 Defiler without having to reconsume in between. So yeah, I don't know, interesting. Oh man, he plagued this, but he could have plagued this. Plague it! I want to scream Plague-u at the top of my lungs. Oh man. Part of the Turtle says, Baku, you get stronger as the game gets later, right? Oh man, that'd be crazy. Could you imagine? This whole time, Baku is just slowly increasing in power level. Baku's like a late game champion. And SPX, he's like trying to kill him, but he just can't, and eventually Baku's just gonna go full Super Saiyan mode. Just kill everything. I like it. It's exciting. Like Toguro? Yeah. Just like Toguro. Wait, no, but Toguro could go his full power level whenever he wanted. He just didn't because, you know, that makes the plot more exciting if he only uses 30% of his power, right? Like, Toguro wasn't actually limited, was he? I don't know. Weeb Nation, boys. Weeb Nation. There's the barracks lift. You know, to be honest, oh, hello. I feel like the kind of the late factory switch that SPX is doing right now, what is kind of how the mech switch started, right? Because nowadays you see Terran players switching to mech. Oh, hold on, got an attack coming in here. There's not that many units left, but yeah, nowadays we see Terrans switching mech earlier and earlier. Like some Terrans even start getting the vultures with mines without even taking their 3rd base. But I think when this style originally started to be developed, the Terran didn't actually do the mech switch basically like this until they got their 4th base and another main, and then they started slowly adding factories. Whereas nowadays it seems to be that you can do it much faster, and that's what people are doing. But look at this, Baku is up to almost 100 supply. He's getting the 5th base here. I mean, this pressure on the front is really, it's not doing enough for SPX. I mean, I guess it's given him map control and allowed him to take his own expansions and do the mech switch. But I wonder if, you know, more drops, let's say at the bottom left or at the 6 o'clock would have been the answer here. I don't really know, man. Oh, hold on. It really bugs me, or not bugs me, but it makes things really difficult for me when there's all these floating buildings on the map, like when the Terran floats all the barracks. Because I always feel like I'm missing drops, you know? I'm like, oh my god, what is this? You know, the classic Sonic style, ah, Darashi! And then it's actually an engineering bay. So, I don't know what's with these whiffed plagues though. That one wasn't even close. Okay, to be fair, he was irradiated, so yeah, he did the best he could. Oh, is that like a little bone? Oh my god, look at that! They actually like have a little skeleton pop out when they explode. Oh man, that's horrible. That's gruesome. Jeez. Man, I hope StarCraft is rated R, cause that's some gruesome stuff right there, man. I wonder what StarCraft is rated actually. Anyway. Oh. Looks like... Oh! Ultra Link coming out. Gonna catch the Medic Marine. They don't have their carapace boost just yet, but the base upgrades for Bakuyo are already pretty good. 3-2, although the Marines are at 3-3. There's an Irradiate, but remember the Irradiate will kill the Marines as well. Friendly fire is turned on in this game. And unfortunately not gonna be able to break through into the siege tanks. Meanwhile, the mech army is actually now pressuring the bottom left base, but Bakuryu does have the Nidus connection, sending out his Ultra Ling. And Bakuryu is stabilizing. The Terran is no longer at his front. Terran is now pressuring the bottom left, but Bakuryu looks like he's going to try and do some suicidal mind bombs. Oh, he's going to do the mind drag. Oh! Got him. And I cannot believe this game is actually going this long. Like, SPX was in an insanely powerful position after killing Bakuryu's third, but right now, Bakuryu is slowly pulling his way back, although I say that, and Bakuryu is still 100 supply behind. But SPX's mind out is main and his natural. And his 12 o'clock is not very well saturated. Like, he doesn't actually have a very good SCV count, if you can see. But what that does mean, though, I think, is that his army is insanely strong right now. Look at this. And you know what? I actually like this kind of combined arms force. That's a lot of medics. I like the combined arms, medic, marine, and siege tank. Because I think it makes just, you know, the engagements a lot more interesting, because you have the very highly mobile kind of skirmishing medic marines backed up by the siege tanks. Like, this feels like a lot more kind of like modern warfare. You know, you need your infantry, you got your armor division, you know, they're all kind of working in harmony. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's definitely cool. It's like every unit in the Terran arsenal being brought to bear to smash down the foul Zerg race. And looks like that's a lot of science vessels as well. Bakuryu, can he hold on? He's been holding on for a very long time, but he's still down 100 supply, even with the magic of Defilers. I don't know what he can do here. D-Matrix on the lead tank, and here we go. There's the stim-in. This could be bad. At least Bakuryu, I think, is going to lose his base. Dark Swarm, unfortunately, does not protect hatcheries. Looks like SPX is, well, he's trying to do something here. Alright, he's going to focus down the hatchery. There we go. Hatchery taken down. I wonder if SPX, I don't know what happened to all those fire bats, but having a couple of fire bats here would actually be really, really nice. Ooh, looks like Bakuryu is able to get a couple of these vessels, but SPX doing a pretty good job, though, of just keeping his dudes together. Bakuryu trying to sneak the 3 o'clock base. SPX, meanwhile, look at this. SPX actually is slightly wary of a big counterattack. That's actually really, really smart preparation there, because he knows, I mean, his main army is at the bottom left, and since he's doing the mech switch, his army is not going to be able to respond quite as quickly anymore, even though he does still have Medic Marine, and even then, you know, I mean, his army is across the map from the top right, so he doesn't want Bakuryu to do some kind of crazy muta or drop at the top right and just kill his shiny new factories. Oh, that is painful. So building the good old Great Wall of Turrets here, which is both good and great. That's how awesome it is. And I think Bakuryu is going to have to type out here, which is going to be bad news for LRM. Because that's going to mean IFU will go up 2-0 if he takes this win, and it's looking very much like he is. SPX, Chan Man, the man himself, the Chan, the legendary Chan, is going to take down the 6 o'clock base. And it is just a matter of time now before Bakuryu cannot hold on any longer. He's desperately trying. He's retaking the bottom left. Interestingly, he is banking 1,200 minerals. But look at the tanks rolling out. Still only 1-1 upgrades, I guess. But Terran Mech is pretty strong. I'm surprised he didn't add more factories at the top right, actually. I mean, he's got a few here, but I think he could afford a few more. I guess actually he didn't have the greatest SEV saturation, as I noted earlier. So perhaps not. Oh! Well, that could have been a big mind drag. Man, how much... Man, I'm actually really impressed that SPX is able to control late game Medic Marine plus the Mech Army with only like, 220 APM. I think it was slightly higher before. He's probably kind of relaxing a bit now because he's got a pretty solid lead. But yeah, this is actually, just controlling Medic Marine with vessels is pretty hard already. And he's got all the different mech units too. That's actually pretty cool. It's pretty good. Good stuff. And the new hatchery falls. The lone Ultralisk is irradiated. Bakri just kind of throwing everything willy-nilly down the ramp, but the tanks are just A-moving in. 187 supply to 58. The Eraser as well. Oh no! Oh man! No mercy from Chanman, taking down all the drones and the Nidus Canal. Bakri looks like was considering a counterattack with just a handful of lings, but obviously that's not really going to do anything. I guess he can send some dudes up from the 3 o'clock base, but left side is all gone. The 3 o'clock is all Bakuryu has, and GG from Bakuryu, fighting to the end, as Bakuryu does, but unable to claw his way back, unable to fully Super Saiyan it up, and that means that LRM is now down 0-2 against IFU. This is a best of 5 clan war, which means IFU just need to win one more game to take down the series. All right, let's get another strike through going here, and boom! It's actually called strike out in the settings, which I find kind of amusing. You struck out Bakuryu, but it's alright. Try your best. Okay. So we've got our first non-TVZ of the day. Well, actually, I don't know. Okay, this could actually be another TVZ, or it could be a PVZ. If it's another TVZ, we're just gonna have like TVZ all day for this clan war. But Mad is listed as Protoss, so it could be a ZVP. Eon Zerg, obviously, a Zerg player who has been winning a ton of tournaments recently. So, I mean, Mad is a really good player. Actually, I was going to say Eon Zerg is favored, but I watched Mad play practice games, I think, against... who was it against? Against some Zerg on stream. It might have been Eon Zerg, but there was some high-level Zerg playing practice games against... Actually, it was against a Smurf name that I didn't recognize, and the Terran was just like crushing this Zerg in several games, and apparently it was Mad playing Terran, so he could actually pick Terran and take out Eon Zerg here. And it is Heartbreak Ridge as well, which means tricky things can happen. But either way, Mad needs to win this one to keep LRM's hopes and dreams alive. So I'm gonna load up the game and see how it goes. And here we go. All right, at the left position as the Teal Zerg, we are gonna have Eon Zerg, and at the right side playing Terran, of course, is going to be the Brown Terran Mad. He's not a Protoss after all. He tricked us. But yeah, looks like it's going to be a day of TVZ, which is interesting. How this goes. I mean, LRM was always a Zergy team. Let me just update the score real quick. Yeah, I mean, LRM was always had a lot of Zergs, so it's not too surprising. Mr. Medino. Yeah, so I think he originally was a Terran / race picker, right? So it kind of makes sense that he's playing Terran here. And looks like Eons are going for the gas trick, but not going for 9-pool. Interesting. I was under the impression that gas trick was not actually efficient unless you're going for a 9-pool. Is that right? I seem to remember somebody saying that, but I'm not 100% sure anymore. Anyway, we're gonna have a wall in here at the front for Mr. Mad, Mr. Medino. Can anybody tell me how to pronounce this properly? That'd be great. Medino. Maybe it's even Mad in Ho. Because why not? All right, so we got a drone scout. Obviously a Zerg scout. It's a Zerg drone scout. Because you know Heartbreak Ridge has a ton of places that you can be cheesy, so I think this makes a lot of sense to not only get this harass down, but to just check and make sure you're not getting proxy facted in your base or something. Because like Terran can build a factory up here and just like lift it and float it and land it in your main, and it's super obnoxious. It was just a 12 hatch, by the way, for Eon Zerg. Interesting about the gastric. F'd in the face says sick extractor ling all in incoming. For those of you who don't know, Broodor is so weird that the spacing between a geyser and a building when you don't have a building on it versus when you do is actually different. So the geyser without anything on it, I think, takes more space. So this is actually a ling type wall. But if you were to build, an assimilator, extractor, whatever on this, it actually allows units to pass through, which is a very strange interaction, and was also the basis of what was that map called? Troy? Was that Troy with the double assimilators? So Troy had like these bases that had two neutral assimilators on top of geysers, just blocking the entrance. So if both assimilators were alive, I think all units could pass through. If one of them died, only small units could pass through, and if both assimilators died, only ghosts could pass through. So it was like a very, very strange map. It was quite fun though. I quite liked Troy. I think it was Troy. Oh, Kix is telling me there's not enough space for a factory here. It has to be on the low ground. Yeah, I was actually wondering when I said that. I was slightly uncertain, but I was like, whatever. Just went with it. So thank you for that clarification. Looks like we do have a fast +1 build here for Mad in Ho. And we have a precautionary sunken here. Ooh, interesting. Eon Zerg going for the very quick third at the bottom left. Huh. Very, very interesting. Very similar to what we saw Oxzerg do on Tau Cross as well. I'm just trying to think for Heartbreak Ridge. So the thing about Heartbreak Ridge, so taking this third base, this third gas, it's nice and close to your natural, or relatively close. And of course there's like the back entrance blocked by the temple and the mineral thing. But taking the fourth gas is a little bit more annoying, right? So you gotta go all the way up to like the top left, which is super far by ground. At least for Zerg, I guess you can make a Nidus Canal. But it is a little bit far. Looks like a random marine, just making sure there's no sneaky mine out of the back minerals here. That's exactly what I was talking about. Neutral temple, mineral field that can be mined out. Although there are quite a few stacked patches here, so it does take quite a while to mine this out. You more commonly see workers get pushed through just for scouting and whatnot. Mainly by Protoss, because Protoss is dirty like that. Oh man, did anybody watch the ASL games today? I didn't realize, but I think that might have been the first game I actually watched on Gold Rush, or the first game that somebody actually tried something sneaky. But Gold Rush, I feel, is super unfair for Zergs in PvZ. And I'm a Protoss, right? So that's saying something. But basically, because you can basically worker glide all around the edges of the map, without even having to like use a pylon. So on Outsider, you can push your probe through the mineral lines using a pylon, right? But on Gold Rush, it's blocked by eggs, and you can just glide through with like mini mineral patches, which means you can easily get a scout in even if there's Zerglings on the map, because you just go in the back way and there's nothing the Zerg can do about it. I was like, that doesn't feel very fair. But, you know, it is what it is. And we got some turret preparation for these mutas. You know, there's nothing really out of the ordinary aside from this quick third gas here from Eon's Arc. Everything else is quite standard. Just a bit of poking at the front. I don't think anything too serious happened. All right, and that was a complete tangent as well, because I don't think Gold Rush is being used in any foreign tournaments at the moment, so it doesn't even matter. All right, here we go. Mutalisks coming out. Bum, bum. Looks like going to go in between the main and natural. Gonna kill some Marines. Oh. One muted down. Bunker being constructed. Interesting, Mad. Actually, this bunker, a lot of Terran players will build that earlier, right? He built this quite late. I guess just making sure now that there's no crazy big mutilating attack coming in. And nice turrets on the backside, also giving him vision on the high ground. Oh, man. A lot of turrets. Look at this. Triple turrets at both mineral lines and at the barracks. Actually, 4 turrets covering the natural. Man, that is some insane turret coverage here. Mad really does not want to deal with Eon's Arc's Mutalisks. Usually you would only see pairs of turrets, 2 turrets in each of those locations, but Mad actually going the extra mile there, investing in the 3 turrets. So he is not going to be taking much damage from these Mutalisks. Meanwhile, another hatchery. There's the hive now. I was looking for this, and the Queen says apparently at the bottom left. It's interesting because if Mad actually, so Mad is more likely to scan the main, the main and the natural, and not actually see the timing of those buildings at the bottom left, the Queen's Nest in particular, I guess. Although I guess he can scan the main and check the hive timing-ish. And looks like, oh, hello, the Ling's taking advantage of the little high ground ramp there, getting a lot of Marine kills here. I don't think he should continue this. Eon's Arc can kill the rest of these, right? Yeah, he can still one-shot the Marines. I don't think Mad should be fighting here. Oh man, I guess he's committed because he realized he's too far from his natural. He can't actually leave. So Mad losing his first medic Marine force, that's really, really bad for him. Oh man, looks like he went for 4 racks instead of 5 racks after the +1. Maybe that was an issue there. You know, not quite having as many Marines as you might expect. And now the mutas are coming in, but the 3 turrets though. Remember, there are 3 turrets here doing maximum damage, and more turrets in the back, so the mutas don't even have anywhere good to go. Just very awkward position here for the mutas, but they're finding a little corner where they can actually be effective. And we're out, boys. But only, oh man, only 2 mutas, it looks like, are able to escape. I mean, they did a good amount of damage. That's pretty painful too. And meanwhile, Starport on the way. I don't know what this SCV is doing here. But this is actually not looking so hot for Mad, because remember, Eon's Arc got that super fast third gas, so he's going up to Hive. He's facing 0 pressure from the Terran. 62 supply against 72. Zerg in the advantage now, and it's looking like this could be a very quick victory for Team IFU. Remember, this is a must-win game for Mad. We might not even get to see Cryok versus True Touch. I don't know if they would play that game even if it ends up being a 3-0. They might not even play it. Oh man, is he gonna try and unstack his way over? Oh no, he's just gonna kill the temple. You can stack all your lurkers burrowed on top of each other and unburrow all at the same time. And when they like move around and wiggle around to try and unstack, you can actually push them over the minerals. But it looks like he's just gonna go ahead and kill the temple. Are these actually stacked temples, or is it just one? I mean, it makes no difference because the lurkers are doing splash damage, I guess. But I actually can't remember if there's more than 1 temple here. I feel like there should be, right? Well, maybe not. I don't know. 1500 HP, that's quite a lot. That was a big explosion. I'm gonna guess that was multiple temples, but I cannot be sure. Alright, Kix is telling me it is stacked temples. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, in the meantime, ooh, Greater Spire is on the way. Is there a Defiler Mound? No Defiler Mound yet. SCB gonna duel a drone here. That's not gonna go well for the drone. I think he's actually microing this too. Oh! No! Pretty nice scoot and shoot by the SCV. Now, unfortunately, oh no, there's a bunker already. Alright, never mind. It's not unfortunate from Mr. Mad. Nice unload and stim. You guys see that? That was super fast too. Very fancy. Another stim from Marines on the low ground, but it doesn't actually matter that much. So that's actually a pretty big win there for Mad. Eons are basically giving him 4 lurkers for free, but there's a lot of lurkers still on the map, a lot of bunkers in the front. Mad is in complete turtle mode, and for some reason is making wraiths. Why are you making wraiths right now, my friend? I don't know what these are for. the classic 2-base, 2-port wraith rush. I mean, it's a classic. What can I say? He's gonna kill Scouting Overlord. It's worth already. Oh, it's for Guardians, of course. Wait, I'm an idiot. It's to kill Guardians. Oh man, don't you love it when the casters make fool of themselves on stream? That's just the greatest thing. I feel so bad now too, because when I was watching the Tasteosis cast of ASL, I was like, Tasteless, please, that's not right at all. What are you talking about? And now I'm just like, what does he need wraiths for? Not like there's Guardians on the map. Derp. Uh-oh. Yoink. Alright, so now the Guardians aren't even gonna go in any kind of fancy like cliff location. He's just gonna A-move them down the front, just kill the bunkers. Oh no. Not like this, Mad! I wanna see Cryok versus True Touch! Cryok! True Touch! Please! Oh no! We're dead. We're dead. Wait, Technics, why didn't you play, man? You're on LRM, right? We need Technics to come in here. Show these guys what's up. Show these noobs how to win games. Oh, this is bad. Doing the mass repair. I wonder how many SCVs you need to repair against like 8 Guardians. Oh, he's doing the double irradiate. They're not unstacking. Okay, now they're unstacking. I think that's still in range though. Oh no, it's not. Okay. This is bad. Oh, this is bad. He's got wraiths again. He's like 30 supply down. He's actually gonna kill all of the Guardians. He's lost everything else, and Eons are gonna send a whole bunch more Scourge. He's making a whole bunch more Lurkers. He's got the top left hatchery. Pew Pew is not enough. An emergency bunker in the back. The last stand of the Terran. Mad is trying to hold on, but the power of Eon Zerg is too great. We got the gas, boys. Ain't got no gas left. And this is looking like it's gonna be the end for Team LRM. The Lurker's burrowing here, gonna be able to just splash down all of these SCVs. There we go, scan doesn't matter. He's trying to do the desperation repair. But Mad is losing control of his main, or natural. He's gonna lose control of his main. He's doing an SCV unstack in range of Lurkers. It's not ideal. And GG from Mad. Ay, ay, ay. Which means LRM has been knocked out in the first round. Oh, sorry, Technics. I did miss your first comment. Let's see what you say, Technics. All right, so yeah, that is it. IFU takes match number 1, 3-0. I'm actually just gonna quickly double check to make sure that the other game was not played. I don't know if A was still here. I can confirm or deny. Let me just quickly check the replay to see if they just played it anyway. All right, Cryok versus True Touch. Is this actually Cryok versus True Touch? Oh, this is actually Cryok versus True Touch though. So this might have actually just happened. All right, well, all right, we're gonna do the next match anyway, even though technically the Clan War is a victory for IFU. Yeah, see you later, Technics. Yeah, so here we go. All right. Let me update the score. Okay, cool. That's good. So, at the top left, as the brown Zerg, we do have True Touch. And at the bottom right, as the orange Terran, we have First Child, who I'm pretty sure is Cryok. It'd be funny if this was not actually Cryok, and I just completely made a mistake. But, I mean, we're on Polaris Rhapsody, right? So this has got to be a legit game. Okay, and Awa confirming that this was actually played. So True Dutch going to try and at least defend LRM's honor a little bit and maybe get one win on the board for them. And it's going to be on Polaris. Very interesting. I'm trying to think. Does Polaris have the double gas in the corners? It does, right? Yeah, okay. So like if Zerg takes a corner base, you can go straight to 4 gas. But the close third is a minnow only, and the other close third is a minnow only as well, right? Yeah, so that's a minnow only, that's a minnow only, corner double gas, side bases have gas. Okay, gotcha. Good. Guys, this is kind of like a clan league just with 4 teams, and they're playing a double elimination bracket. So it's LRM versus IFU here, and the other side is SAS versus NB, which I'll also be casting today, and also be casting the first losers match. And yeah, and then the teams will play double elimination until we get a winner. The winner will get $250. Second place, I believe, takes 100. So there's a $350 prize pool altogether. Very, very awesome stuff. Thanks to Awa for organizing this. And I need to double check who the sponsor is, unless Awa wants to tell me right now. But I will double check that after this game. Feel a little bit embarrassed that I've forgotten. The classic Sail Goldfish memory is coming into play, unfortunately. Probably on Wikipedia. I'll check it afterwards because there seems to be some stuff happening here. We actually don't have 12 hatch here from True Touch. I wasn't paying attention to what this was, but presumably this was something like a 12 pool with gas, so like a 2 hatch Muta focused opening, if you guys know what I mean. What the heck are these guys going? So I'm just trying to make sure that the hatch rate could be big. Oh, that's a rally point. Oh, okay. It's like, what? Oh yes, Prowler. Prowler is a sponsor. Okay, sweet. Okay, so Prowler is the sponsor of this Throwback event, and there is going to be a full Gambits Cup 4 clan league sponsored by Gilded.gg that will happen a little bit later. So yeah, if you have a team, you want to sign up for some awesome clan wars, then check it out on Team Liquid. Awa is posting links in the chat. I thought it was Prowler, but I didn't want to say Prowler and be wrong about that. You know, do the usual caster thing, 'cause that'd be terrible. Okay, so we got a little depot blocking action here in the front, and there's the lair, as I mentioned. I'm pretty sure it was a 12 pool into 2 hatch Mutalisk. It's a pretty good map for Mutas. So on the middle of the map, the shortest attack distance for the Marines is going to be to move across these narrow bridges. Now, the immediately obvious application of these bridges for Zerg is to burrow lurkers on the other side, right? So the Marines have to walk in a line. But what actually also works really nicely is Mutas can abuse these bridges as well when the Marines are attacking, because normally when you fight Mutas with Marines, you want to bunch up as much as possible, right, to get all your shots off. That's why Mutalisks like to, for example, hang around the ramps and the cliffs. So, you know, if the Mutas are like up here and your Marines are trying to run up, they run in a line and you pick them off. It's kind of the same principle with those middle bridges. If the Marines are running in a line, the Mutas can kind of harass the Marine force that's moving forward, while and only like half the Marines can shoot, and the other half are kind of stuck on the other side of the bridge. So that's pretty nice. It'd be interesting to see True Touch's Muta micro. What do we actually have here? Okay, so it's actually a 2-Axe Academy from Cryog. He's not going for the +1 build. And the Spire is almost done. Now, since it's 2 hatch, True Touch is going to have to do quite a bit of damage. So we'll see how he does that. But this, similar to Heartbreak Ridge, this cliff behind the natural is accessible from the main. It's part of the main base. So if Cryok wants to, he can build turrets on the high ground. And I think that's a good idea, at least to provide vision up there. So I think it's a little bit more difficult to harass the natural if Cryok prepares sufficiently for this. And he did scout the fast pool and gas here. So Cryox should expect a 2-hatch Mutalisk build. I mean, it can be, you know, some kind of weird Lurker all-in build. But the most likely conclusion, especially actually since he went in with the second SCV and didn't see a den, would be that this is 2-hatch Mutalisks. I'm actually not 100% sure what he saw with that second SCV. I wasn't really paying attention. But we do have scans as well, just to confirm what's going on. The mutas are already out, so I don't think he saw them, but is already prepared here with these turrets. And you can see building a turret on the high ground is exactly what I was talking about. Give himself some vision. Might want to build a second one up here even, because if True Touch does pick this one off, then he will lose vision. Yeah, there we go. Second turret all the way on the back. So really nice preparation. It's a nice line too, because the bunker even kind of covers the top side. And here we go. Muta's coming in. Gonna try and stop the second turret from finishing. He does succeed, but it's a little bit difficult to attack into 3 turrets with only those mutas. And look at this, no turrets in the main mineral line. Kronk is actually basically building like a wall, a circle around his base here with these turrets covering the left side. Oh man, True Touch taking a lot of damage here. Oh my goodness. 1 muta falls. He is taking an insane amount. 2 mutas already down here for True Touch. More turrets on the way as well. Now the thing is, if True Touch is brave enough to actually fly past these turrets into the main base, the inside of the main is quite exposed, but that would be a very, very brave thing to do. And if there were turrets in the main, he'd be a little bit stuck as well, and not to mention, you know, the Marines are all standing there, so not the greatest position. Now True Touch deciding not to take a corner double gas base, instead going for the left side here. Just a regular single gas base, but this is more easily defensible. It's a very narrow entrance. You can just plant a couple of lurkers like this and defend it. Whereas the corner bases are a lot more exposed. And here we go, True Touch actually going for it. He's going on the inside. There were no turrets here, as I mentioned, which means he does get some SCV kills before the Marines can come back, but he's going to take a lot of turret fire on the way out. Oh man, he's kind of caught between the turrets, and the Marines going to take so many turret shots on the way out. Oh, 2 more Mutalisks do fall down. And True Touch is not in a happy place, although, I mean, he did do a good amount of damage, though. He's actually an even supply, so I take it back. I don't know, maybe True Touch is actually okay. Oh man, he's coming back in here. He's taking a lot more turret fire. But it looks like he's going to kill both turrets on the high ground. The Marines are coming back to try and defend. And another Mutalisk falls. But this SCV count does not look that great to me. Yeah, look at this. I think True Touch has actually done sufficient damage with his Mutalisks to make it worth it, right? And he's still going. Oh, he's got +1 attack as well. Getting that attack upgrade for his Glaive Worms. This is something you usually only see if the Zerg goes 2-hatch Muta. 3-hatch Muta Zerg doesn't upgrade their air units unless, you know, they're going like Guardians later on. So they get the upgrades much later. But when you go 2-hatch Muta, it's actually relatively common to see the attack upgrade just to give you that little extra bite to your mutas. But oh man, getting these 2 turrets on the edge. And remember, the attack upgrade actually, not only does it apply to the first attack, but it actually applies to the bounce as well. So, you know, the Glaive Worm bounces twice, does a 3rd damage each time. So with base damages, that's 9, 3, and 1. The +1 attack makes it 10, 3, and a 3rd, and 1 and, you know, some fraction there. And you might be like, Sail, that doesn't make sense. There's no fractional damages. Actually, the way Broodor calculates damage, it actually calculates it to 1 decimal place, I believe. So fractional damage does apply, which is why sometimes you get weird situations where things seem to do uneven amounts of damage. That don't make sense. It's because it calculates it to, it has like, it does it, you know, under the hood to 1 decimal place. Anyway, useless Broodor trivia. What do we got here? Still no Den or Queen's Nest, unless I'm completely blind, which is certainly debatable. More Medic Marine hanging out. +1 armor on the way. Only 2 barracks actually still. While going up to that science facility, I guess his economy's been quite hurt here. He can't really afford the extra barracks production, and I mean the fast vessel is going to help a lot. But it's interesting that he's only been producing off these 2 barracks. That's going to hurt him in the long run, I think. I'm surprised he can't afford even 1 more barracks. Huh. But it looks like he really can't. Which is, again, nice for True Dodge. But True Dodge also is pretty low eco himself. Sorry, I'm too busy trying to see what's going on in the bases. Looks like 3 more turrets fall. True Dodge is almost like semi all in on the mutas still. You know, he's not really teching up. He's not really droning up that much, but he's got quite a few mutas, it seemed, able to just muscle down that bunker. Uh-oh. Gonna take down the supply depot as well, but look, you see what I mean? There's very few drones and no additional tech. He's going super hardcore on these mutas, and as soon as the vessel comes out with Irradiate, that's really gonna make things difficult for True Dodge as well. One good Irradiate could immediately ruin his day, and that should be coming out shortly here. Yeah, the first vessel is out. Irradiate does not appear to be researching. I don't know if that means it's finished already. But if it's finished already, then we are, you know, less than 20 energy away from potentially a game-changing Irradiate onto these Mutalisks. I mean, True Dodge has been doing a ton of harassment. Yeah, he's losing mutas, but he's been making a lot of mutas as well. And look at this, he's just muscling down the turrets in the back. Cryok just holding on as best as he can. He really needs that Irradiate now. Does he have it? That is the question. The mutas going into the main base. The SCVs are evacuating. Cryok does not have the units to deal with these Mutalisks. Where is the Irradiate? He's got the energy. Does he have it? He does have it! Can True Dodge split it out? He's trying to do the split. He does do a pretty good job of the split, but the problem is the Marines come in at exactly the same time and are able to take out a lot of the mutas on the way out. 3 mutas able to escape from that Irradiate. What an insane matchup this is. Non-stop action on such low eco as well. Alright, finally we have the Hydroden being made for True Dodge, finally realizing that he can't end the game with just his Mutalisks. I mean, with the Irradiate out, even if he does do decent splits, it's only a matter of time. It only takes 1 slip-up, 1 slightly slow pull on the Irradiated Mutalisk for your entire stack to die. So he realizes he has to actually go up to the Lurkers, but look at how much damage he's doing. The Marines are all on the wrong side. He's just taking down these SCVs at the front. Lings could even potentially run in the front now, and there, finally, is another group, but there's another Irradiate as well. Another decent split here by True Dodge. He's got to be careful not to put them back together. Very quick reaction time here from True Dodge, but even with a quick reaction, just a few ticks of that Irradiate really hurts the mutas, and +1 carapace has even been researched for True Dodge here, really going hard on these mutas. He's even a Scourge here for the vessels. But man, True Dodge going full on Jaedong mode. Holy moly. 1-1 is done for the Marines as well though, keep in mind. But look at this! The Scourge, oh no, the back Scourge bugged out. He did get 1 vessel, but the other 2 Scourge for some reason bugged out. I guess he just didn't right click on the vessel. I have no idea what this drone is doing here. Maybe he had like a larva selected in order to stack his dudes or something like that. Or maybe it's like a misrally or a misgroup, but whoa, mutas going in hard. The Marines are fighting them straight on. Usually you do not want to engage with just mutas straight on attack moving into Marines. You need to do the micro to make it efficient, but look at how much damage he is still doing. 61 supply for Cryok against 61 now for Zerg as well. My screen is all over the place. What's going on in the main? Looks like Lurker research is almost done. Another hatchery going in the main. He's still on very low drone count though. And another Irradiate, another pretty quick pull it looks like, not too much damage. Hydras are finally down here, so Lurkers will be coming in. And remember, the bunker was killed. Looks like remaking the bunker. Cryok did scan the main base. He knows the Hydra Den is done. He knows Lurkers will be arriving imminently. So this bunker is absolutely required. And there's another Irradiate, but it's on the edge Mutalisk, so it's very easy for True Dodge to actually split that one out. But up to 3 vessels now, though, which is pretty crucial. Oh my god, look at this. 7 Lurkers are morphing on the left side. True Dodge, can he bust the front with the Lurkers? That could be what he needs. That could be the game-deciding blow. But I thought the Irradiates might be game deciding, and they haven't decided the game yet, so who knows. Siege mode is almost done. If a couple of siege tanks with siege mode line up behind the bunkers, they will be massive against the Lurkers, but it's not in time! It's not in time, there's no siege mode yet, the Lurkers are coming in, 1 Lurker does fall, a lot of Marines are getting skewered, the tank is trying to do what it can, another Irradiate is ready on this vessel, and it looks like siege mode finishes. And that's going to be absolutely key. Looks like a Irradiate on the lead Lurker as well. Can Cryok hold here? So many lurkers are coming in though. So many lurkers. True Touch is walking into the natural. The SCVs are in range of the lurkers. Cryok is trying to hold, but he's got nowhere to run with the SCVs. He's just taking, he's face tanking, and it looks like the lurkers were not actually firing on the SCV line, which means Cryok is able to keep his SCVs alive. Look at his SCVs just mining away in the middle of all the madness and the chaos. The Lings, can they take down the siege tank? If they take down the siege tank, this lurker could just kill everything right now. They do take down the siege tank, but it gets irradiated, and the SCVs survive, but the vessels might not. Holy, what a game this is! Non-stop aggression, but that was a huge investment. Look at True Touch. He's down to 42 supply. 42 is not the magic number in this game. That's a very low supply, and some of that is even in Scourge. His eco was so low, remember. He's still, like, semi-all-in. It feels weird calling it an all-in, given that we're, like, over 15 minutes into this game, I think. But it just feels, given his low economy, you know, no hive anywhere in sight, and still going for Mutalisks. This is like the longest Muta all-in I've ever seen. It's gotten so long, he went for a Lurker all-in and has now gone back to Mutas. This is insane. But I don't think True Touch can keep this up. His economy's so low. Okay, he's getting another base, but does he not need like a couple more? Okay, he made some drones. Okay, he did make some drones. I was gonna say, he needs a couple more drones, right? Cryok, on the other hand, getting another barracks. Getting 2 more barracks, but he's actually getting quite low on his main base. He's getting dangerously low to mining out his main. Oh man. How interesting would that be? The funny thing is, True Touch, by being on so few drones, is just not going to mine out for a really long time. So if this war of attrition means they never get another base, which is not true because True Touch is expanding, but, you know, it's going to be really weird. True Touch, and Cryok, for some reason, is floating a little bit of money. I guess that's why he's getting the extra barracks. But here we go, he's moving out. We get a free Overlord. I guess that was used for stacking the mutas. Now, he's got to be careful. Remember, I mentioned these bridges make it a little bit dangerous. If there's lurkers on the other side, even Mutalisks can really abuse that terrain. It's much safer to go up either the right side or the left side. And you can see, okay, he's going up the left side, so he doesn't have to deal with that terrain situation. And building some bunkers to defend his base. He's at 100 supply right now, getting a little bit supply blocked. Zerg at 68. Still no Queen's Nest. Pure lair tag here. Muta, Lurker, Ling. The outcome of this engagement could decide the game. Here we go. There's the Irradiate. The Science Vessel falls. There's more Science Vessels in the back. Those 3 siege tanks. The Lurkers get all up in the Marines' faces. But it looks like Cryok is going to hold this. True Touch trying his best. D-Matrix on the siege tank. It's going to be extremely close, though. It is actually so close. Oh my god, they're attacking the D-Matrix one, though. They're attacking the D-Matrix. The clutch D-Matrix, I think, actually won that engagement for Cryok. I think without that D-Matrix, I think True Touch would have won that engagement, but Cryok with the absolutely clutch D-Matrix there, not using the Irradiate, using his 100 energy, or 75 or whatever it is, for the D-Matrix, saved that engagement, and kept, well, like 7 units alive. But those 7 units in such a scrappy game is absolutely huge. Holy moly, more Scourge coming out though. Oh man, there's quite a low Marine count here. True Touch realizes this is a good opportunity to go for the vessels. Oh no, why did they turn away? Oh no, he could have got it, I think. But they were in the same control group as everything else. So he just moved everything else back. And now the third base is in serious trouble. I don't see any way for him to hold this, especially if the Marines go in here. This is now a choke point. This is a reverse choke point that the Zerg has to go into if he wants to save this base, and there's no way he can attack into this. True Touch is going to lose his base. He's going to lose these drones. This is a third of his economy gone. He has so few drones in total, and even though he does have the top right base, just losing the drones there is a huge blow to True Touch. True Touch at 61 supply, Cryok at 116. Holy moly. I mean, I did say, guys, before this match started that IFU, with all the Terrans against Zergs, would have a pretty nice time. Although, interestingly, Eon Zerg managed to buck the trend there and win his ZBT. But 120 supply now for Cryok against only 71 for True Touch. Massive advantage for Cryok, I'd say now. Oh my god, here we go though. But if he can kill some of these vessels, it'll be huge. But he actually doesn't quite spread the Scourge correctly. And it looks like the double irradiate on the Mulus as well. It's going to be incredibly close. Oh my god, it's so close again. And if he kills all the Marines, he can kill the siege tanks for free. 2 mutas remain, and they're going to be enough to kill the 2 siege tanks. The medics abandoning the siege tanks and fleeing for the base. It's going to take the mutas like a million years to kill these tanks, but they are going to kill them in the end. And the rest of the mutas coming in, going to get the vessels. Maybe True Touch is going to turn it around. True Touch is turning it around. He's going to kill the Terran army. Maybe True Touch is going to turn it around. Now, Cryok has been macroing up in his base. He's got 4 more siege tanks in his base, but he's mined out. This is what I'm talking about. He's going to be mined out. Cryok is going to be mined out in like 3 seconds. He's got a 3rd command center. He's got to hold his base now. He can't attack anymore. He just has to defend his 3rd base because he's going to have no more money. Holy moly. What's going on in True Touch's base? True Touch has a lot of overlords over here. And this base, I mean, if Cryok could attack that base, it's completely exposed, but I don't think he can. He's got to make sure he doesn't starve to death. He's at 50 minerals. True Touch, Cryok, he needs money. Oh my god. True Touch is about to suffer a severe depression. A severe economic crash is about to happen for True Touch. Oh man, quick. Everybody sell your stocks, man. Or wait, for Cryok, I mean. Cryok's economy is going to be tanking hard. He is taking a 3 o'clock base. Oh, nice irradiate though. Decent-ish split. Alright. Oh man, these are 3-1 Marines though. 2 Carapace is finished for True Touch, but these Marines are just so painful. And True Touch is actually, or Cryok rather, is not that scared. He wants to go for the attack still. Is not holding back to defend his 3rd base. The best defense, I guess, is a good offense. And here we go, rolling into the top right. Nothing True Touch can really do. He might be able to pick off the vessels, but unfortunately, he's not at this Scourge anymore. He's going to grab 1 vessel. It looks like, no, he's not. He goes for the other one. Oh man, a bit of a misplay there by True Touch. I guess he was trying to be greedy and thought the bounce would kill this one, so he went for the other one as well. But unfortunately, he doesn't kill either of those science vessels. Cryok, meanwhile, he's got his, oh man, look at these, he's got fire bats here. He's well prepared to defend this base, and his army's coming straight back here. Cryok showing no fear in this game again, so really playing aggro Terran. I love this game from both players, really amazing. And this could be the final attack for True Touch. Can he do anything? He can, he loses everything. GG! True Touch, GG's out. And Cryok completing the sweep for IFU, giving them the 4-0 win over LRM. 4-0 in a best of 5. But what a great game that was. I'm actually so glad that game was played and that I was able to cast it. And I actually checked that game was happening too, because I almost just assumed that game would not happen given the results of the earlier games. But man, that was awesome. Whew. Wow, big congrats to Cryok as well. Cryok, by the way, I gotta say, has come a long way. Like, I'm pretty sure when I just started casting, you know, like back when the dinosaurs walked the earth and I was a baby newbie caster, I think Cryok was still kind of like, you know, around B rank, like, you know, C+ or B- or B rank on IC Cup or something. Like, wait, Cryok's here. Cryok, you were like B rank, right, when I started casting? Like, back at that time, I'm pretty sure True Touch would have destroyed Cryok. But Cryok now taking game off True Touch, that's really awesome. Oh boy. Alright, and guys, that was only the first match of the day. Yeah, Cryok saying he was C+ back then. Yeah. Come a long way. Oh man, that actually makes me feel bad because I think I was like C+ too, and there's no way I could beat True Touch, man. Oh man, I need to play more StarCraft. I want to beat True Touch. All right, but yes, there is going to be another match coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be NB versus SAS. That's right. Here we go. Here is the lineup coming up. Nemu versus Michael, Funny versus Zeke, Favorite versus DeWalt, and Terra versus Ace. A whole bunch of big names. Some big names also that are kind of returning, I think. Zeke, for example, obviously was a powerhouse back in the day, but hasn't really played in any tournaments recently, although I think he has been laddering. Michael as well, the Cheese King, has returned, also a pretty high ladder rank right now, but hasn't really participated in tournaments just yet. So I'm very interested to see what kind of strategies they're going to bring, what kind of shape they're in. So I am just going to take a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll continue on for match number 2. Stay tuned, guys. Oh my god, I've been talking the whole time, guys, and I've been muted. Whoopsie daisies. Alright, okay. Let me start again. Guys, it is time for MB versus SAS. But not only that, after this match, I'm even going to do one more series because I love you guys that much. I'm going to do the first losers round bracket, or losers round match. So it'll be LRM versus one of these two teams. Yeah, but MB versus SAS, another couple of teams with stacked lineups here. I actually feel this is a little bit harder to predict. So the last matchup, I did predict IFU to take the win, partially due to players and how active they've been in tournaments and stuff, and also just a lot of TVZs I feel tend to go the Terran's way. So here, I think if you just glance at the lineups, like I think SAS maybe stands out as having a stronger lineup. But the thing is, like, so Michael and Ziki have, I think have been laddering a lot, but I haven't seen them play in any tournaments recently, so I'm really not sure about their form. I think I mentioned in chat just now, Michael, I believe, is currently like 2300 MMR on the ladder, so that's really, really high, right? But I haven't seen him play in any tournaments, whereas Nemu has been playing in tournaments and has been doing okay. Similar with Funny. Funny's, been active in tournaments and whatnot. I think played in the Clash for Char yesterday. So normally, I would say, Ziki over Funny, but I have no idea what kind of shape Ziki is really in, aside from that he's laddering a little bit. DeWalton favorite. DeWalt we've seen do pretty well recently. Favorite. I have no idea whether he's laddering or what's going on. And Terra versus Ace. Ace also, no idea. No idea how active he is, what kind of shape he's in. So a lot of question marks for me, a lot of wild cards. Really interested to see, in particular, Ziki and Michael, what kind of shape they're in. Michael, the legendary Cheese King. Maybe he can bring out some crazy strats on Tau Cross. But yeah, it's going to be another best of 5 Clan War, and I think I've done enough babbling here. So, without further ado, we can go into game number 1 of NB versus SAS. Alright, at the left side as the teal Zerg, we do have Michael. And at the bottom is the blue Zerg. We will have Nemu, and I will just quickly change the scoreboard. It is no longer... Oops. Did not mean to do that. Alright. What I meant to do was change this to NB versus SAS. Or I guess I want to say 0-0. You guys can tell the level of professionalism on this stream is off the charts. Alright, anyway, it looks like both players scouting towards the closer natural, so doing the standard scouting pattern. I see some people also saying like, NB is missing Arcneon and Mazur. I don't think Mazur's not active right now, is he? I don't know. Arcneon could have played, but I don't know what he was doing. Anyway. Overlord and Overlord. Alright, good. I'll try and pay attention. I usually look at the chat at the beginning of games, but ZVZ is always a bit finicky, so I shall try and keep an eye on what is happening. Looks like 12 something for both players. Oh, I think my obs is... No, never mind. Man, I'm actually trying to get used to streaming with 2 monitors. I had 3 monitors for a while, but one of them was like a little bit dodgy, so I just pawned it off to my brother. I pretended to be look at this in-base 12 patch. I pretended to be like a nice big brother and gave him my monitor, but it was actually kind of like only semi-working. So yeah, I'm doing it with 2 monitors now. Alright, so in base 12 hatch for Mr. Nemu versus the 12 pool for the Cheese King. Looks like it's going to be a 12 pool into expansion. 2 Curbs. Unfortunately, you missed 4 games already because I casted LRM versus IFU previously. But don't worry, I'm sure the chat can fill you in on how that went. I feel so bad. He was so happy, like, yes, I tuned in time. Dude, I know how that feels. I know how that feels. I wonder if exclamation uptime works. It probably doesn't. It's not like a built-in command or anything, right? I would have to set exclamation uptime on MooBot, so it probably doesn't work. Somebody can try it. So normally 12 hatch is good against 12 pool, but because Nemu went 12 hatch in base, he actually is gonna not benefit from the second gas that Michael will benefit from, although slightly later. So, I mean, Nemu's actually the one that kind of has to do something now. He's gonna have like an extra drone and an extra couple of larvae or something over Michael. And I think Michael doesn't need to be overly aggressive, you know, because if he just waits for his second gas to come online, he will have the air advantage. Yeah, so he's just gonna poke around a bit. I mean, he has the earlier lings, but Nemu can obviously keep pace now with his double hatcheries. Wow, is that lair timing like identical? No, it's not. I don't know why I thought it was. Nemu, of course, having the bit of a faster lair, but is pulling back with his lings because speed has finished now for Michael. Michael getting his speed first. Nemu's speed is a little ways away, but it looks like nothing really is going to come of that. A lot more lings coming out for Nemu now. Now both players have overlords. Actually, I thought Nemu's oh no! Michael scouted in the correct direction with his first overlord and Nemu didn't. So Michael's got the overlord over Nemu's base, seeing everything, and Nemu actually is only just now able to get vision over Michael's base. Now Nemu, even though he didn't see when the hatchery is placed, he can see the creep coming out here. So he knows, you know, it's kind of just finished, and I'm pretty sure he would figure from this that it was the 12 pool into expand. So he should be able to tell what the build was. Looks like forcing Michael to make the sunken colony. And Spire on the way for both players. It's a little bit faster for Nemu, but I feel like it's fast enough that maybe the mutas would come out and be, whoa, hello. Oh no, 2 drones, 3 maybe? Oh no, 3 drones. Are we gonna have 4? 4 drones, what? Wow, that is horrible for Nemu. Oh man, that is not good. That is sad times right there. I don't even know where they were hiding. The Slorm said he hit him in the natural. so I guess he was just like hiding him in the corner here or something? Man, I did not see them at all, but that is like a game-changing move right there. I mean, ZVZ is already on the knife edge. If you just get four drones like that, unless he just suicides a bunch of lings, then that's a solid advantage here for Michael. And with Michael having the sunken colony means it's gonna be very difficult for Nemu to actually attack into this either. I don't know why he's covering this with his own overlord as well. It's gonna make it harder to right-click if he does actually want to attack. Interestingly, Michael making Zerglings even though his Spire is finished. Okay, he's making Lings and Scourge. Interesting. Actually, both players making Scourge. No, okay, there's one Muta, but one Muta can't micro against Scourge. And I guess it kind of makes sense because Nemu with the faster Spire was egg camping. So, you know, Mutas would simply get taken out straight away. And this one Muta, oh no, it's only getting one drone. Oh man, Nemu tried to spawn camp the eggs. And Michael's like, no. Now, sometimes this can be a bug where one Scourge can actually kill both Scourge when they pop. But that's not gonna happen there. Alright, looks like Nemu going in for the Ling all in. I think this is it for Nemu. He wants to win right here, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to. And I think that might just be GG here for Nemu. Oh man, what does he have left? Wow, Nemu's actually completely stopped mining gas. He is just completely all in on these Zerglings. But interestingly, because of the Scourge camping before, Michael was a little bit scared to make Mutas as well. So the first 2 Mutas are just now on the way for Michael. Oh, okay. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Maybe like one of them. Oh man, look at this. Michael actually has completely supply blocked Nemu. Nemu now at 19 of 10. Michael at 24 of 34. So I think, oh man, Nemu even being forced to make spores. Oh god. Cheese King is going for the win. Even building a second Sunken, he knows this is the only way he loses. He's still got the Overlord seeing what's going on, I think. And the Mutas are out to help defend against the Zerglings. GG from Nemu. And Michael, the Cheese King, has returned and taken his first win, his first casted win since I saw him many years ago. So, well done by Michael. Apparently he still got it. Still got it. Alright, so that means our next match is going to be Funny versus Zeke, a PvZ on Fighting Spirit, and again, another match where I'm very interested to see what kind of form Zeke is in. Hold on, let me just quickly update my overlay. So Nemu is struck out. That's probably how you say it. All right, Funny versus Zeke. Where are we? And here we go. My cat's even excited. At the bottom left position as the teal Protoss, we have Noob, aka Funny. And at the bottom right as the white Zerg, we have Zeke1. So to let us know, he is the first and only Zeke. And that means Sass is up 1-0. Alright, sweet. So, I mean, Fighting Spirit, pretty nice standard map. I guess it's nice if, or nice for Zeke to come back and play on this map, I guess, if he hasn't been practicing too much. But again, I'm pretty sure he has been laddering. I definitely saw an account called Zeke pretty high on ladder, so I'm assuming that's the actual Zeke. And looks like this actually positioning is very often the gateway expand. Also, the fact that he's keeping his probe here means this is almost certainly a gateway expand. So we'll see how Mr. Zeke deals with this. He's going for the overpull, very standard. Oh wait, was this overpull? No, this is a 9 pull. Oh no, this was not an overpull at all. This was a 9 pull with gas. Uh-oh. Oh, with gas trick. All right, well that makes sense. I think I did mention earlier how I think gas trick only makes sense if you go for a 9 pull. When we saw Eon Zerg do it going for 12 hatch, I think. So, gateway expand versus a 9 pull. I feel like that's not that great for gateway expand. I feel like that is not that great. Also, my cat is going crazy. What's happening here? Hold on, I'm gonna quickly go open the door for her. Cat, you okay? Alright, you're good. You're good, we're back! We're back. Cat emergency has been rectified. I need to open the door to make sure she doesn't like poop on my desk because she's actually done that before. So, alright, we're good, we're back. Lings are out, got the expansion. Okay, so now Mr. Proberto is gonna see these lings and be a little bit sad. Zealot's like, oh no, go back to base. No. Now, fortunately, this is actually a complete link tight wall. You see this gap? That's link tight. Isn't that weird? Isn't Brood War weird? Like, links can't run through there. That doesn't even look Dragoon type, but that is actually link tight. See? They can't go through. Man, Brood War is such a strange game. And it looks like the link's trying to poke around a bit, so it's gonna take care of it. See, even Zeke is like, wait, how the heck is that link tight? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, now the problem is, until the cannon finishes, this gateway is slightly vulnerable, so Zeke's going to keep attacking this and trying to bait the Zealots out, but the Zealots have to be careful so the links don't surround them. You see, the link speed is done, so there's two risks here. One, the Zealots get surrounded and killed, and two, the links just run straight into the base and just kill the cannon. And look at this, the gateway is taking some serious damage here. This could be a very quick game for Zeke. Oh man, if he can kill this gateway, that's going to be horrendous. Where's the cannon? The cannon's not done. Oh man, is he gonna kill the cannon? If he kills the cannon, the game would just end straight away. No, he's not going to. The cannon finishes, even though the gateway has died. A few more probes coming off the line as well. But holy moly. Whew. Alright, well, so he has made a third base at the 3 o'clock. He's getting his gas. Oh man. Could you imagine if he had actually just followed this up with even more lings? That would have been insanely close. But as it is, it looks like Funny's going to stabilize. By the way, guys, I just want to say, Funny, okay, yesterday I casted the Clash for Char number 3 with Mr. Kicks. And Funny was actually playing against Nalgrim in a best of 3 in that tournament that we were casting. And Funny, after going 1-1 against Nalgrim, said, "Oh, I need to go like talk to my clan about a clan war." And what he actually did was he went to play this game against Zeke, like in the middle of a series in another tournament. He just told Nalgrim, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go play this other game. Just wait for me." And he made Nalgrim wait for like 20 minutes or something, or I don't even know how long it was because we just went and casted a different game. So he made him wait like a while. And I'm pretty sure it was to come play this game. I'm pretty sure it was Funny, right? Right, Quakes? It was ZZZ Noob, man. He's playing in Nalgrim. So Nalgrim was like super madder and actually waited for him to come back to finish their best of 3. I was like, oh, dude, come on. Apparently there's some accent discussion going on. I'm indeed an honorary Canadian and British. And there's a 3-inch Hydra. Actually, the reason I have a slightly American accent is I went to high school in New York. Yeah. So, looks like these Zealots are just going to seppuku here at the natural. They're just going to run in and get some scout. Actually, oh my god, if they can see the Hydra then that would be critical, but I don't know if they're going to get there. Oh my god, this Zealot. This Zealot needs to be the hero. Oh, he sees the Hydras. He is the hero. He's the hero we needed, but he's not the hero that's alive right now. Which is unfortunate for him, but that's okay, because now we can make cannons, and we'll be fine. Alright. Try and kill a drone. Oh! Oh! Is this the hero we deserve? No. No, it's not. Rip. Now, this cannon placement is nice, so if the Hydras want to pick off the cannons, they'll need to run right up to the wall. But what's more likely is the Hydras will just pick off the gateway anyway and the pylon. And he's got to make sure he builds another pylon, yeah. So if he loses pylon, he's going to lose power to all his cannons, which would be a sad way to lose. But Zeke's not all in. This is just a 3-hatch Hydra pressure into macro. So this is always a very awkward position for Protoss, because if you don't build enough cannons and he's 3-hatch Hydra all-inning, then you just lose the game instantly, right? But if you build too many cannons and he's going 3-hatch Hydra pressure into macro, then you lose anyway because the Zerg just drones up and you can't do anything because you spent all your money on cannons. Alright, here we go. He's going in actually. Oh no, he's going for the Forge. He's losing some lings for free here actually. That's not ideal. I'm surprised he actually went hard there with the lings as well. He can just hold position here out of range, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if he walks like 1 hex forward, he can shoot this out of range, unless his range isn't done? Oh, I see. Okay, so his Hydra range actually wasn't finished there, only his Hydra speed. He went speed before range. And I like that Funny's only made the 4 cannons. You can see he skipped Stargate. He went straight for Zealot leg speed. He's got the spare Forge now in his main base. He's going to use speed lots to help supplement this defense and presumably get a Templar Archive shortly. And this is actually going to be interesting. I mean, in small numbers, speed lots are actually pretty decent against Hydras, especially when they get their +1, which they're going to get in just a second here. In large numbers, Hydras can just mow down the Zealots because, ranged units greater than melee units in large numbers. But in these early game engagements, the speed lots are actually okay, especially if you can just run around and attack the Zerg bases. Although we do have some nice SimCity here at the 3rd base. And it looks like, looks like a few Zealots getting baited to their death. Or just one, I guess. And here we go, now we're going. decent number of Zealots, speed is coming out. It's almost 1-to-1, and you can see Ezeki knows he can't fight this. He's got to run away with the Hydras. I think the speed is similar, so the Hydras could, in theory, run away, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for the Zealots to actually get enough hits on them as they're running away. But nice defense here from Funny. It's really great restraint that to only build 4 cannons there. But I'm not sure. I think in the long run, I'm not sure if this is... I'm not sure what the correct thing is, because, like, if this was Eon Zerg and not Zeki, I'm pretty sure Funny would have just died there, because Eon Zerg would have just killed him with Hydralisks. So it's a little bit of a risk as well. But in this case, it turns out it panned out. I think you should ignore this. You should just run into the main. There's two Sunkens here. There's no point fighting this. He's not even going to get one Sunken. I really think he should have ran into the main base right there. Instead, suiciding all of his Zealots. That's not what you want to do when you go early +1 speed lots. You need to keep them alive to run around and harass stuff. So, not great, but he is getting a Robo here at the front. Presumably just for obs, though. He does have the Templar Archives. There's no Templar out yet. There are not, but there are another handful of speed lots. Gonna see what they can do, but I don't think they can do anything anymore. There's a lot of Hydras at the natural. There's a nice Sim City here. Ooh, nice little back sunken. Might just try and kill some drones, I guess. Wow, he's actually going for the sunken colony. Alright, well, I guess Funny just really doesn't like sunken colonies. Oh, alright, we have the multi-attack. He should not be fighting that Hydra block, I think. That's enough Hydras to actually fight this. Although Zeki apparently does not think so. I think it is though, right? Just a little bit of micro? Yeah, it should be enough. Pretty good micro. And boom, all these Zealots are dead. Yeah, I mean, suiciding all 4 Zealots here for 1 Sunken, not sure that's worth it. Suiciding all those Zealots there, really not sure that that's worth it. But the thing is though, Zeki opened with a 3-hatch Hydra pressure build, and yet after holding the initial attack, Funny's been the one that's constantly pressuring Zeki, which is actually really nice, because very often in PvZ, you know, because your build is a little bit slow, like you get Corsairs, you get cannons at the front, you're kind of stuck in your base a little bit. You can't put on that much pressure in the early mid game against Zerg. But Funny's actually playing a strategy that allows him to just constantly attack, which, while he's not necessarily taking the best trades, is allowing him to kind of macro up here, you know, even get this 3rd base going. The problem is he has no anti-air right now, and there are Mutalisks, and this is a great move by Zeki. Normally a Protoss has Corsairs to defend his High Templars from Muta snipes, and also just to defend this. But right now, not only are the probes in danger, but the High Templars are in danger as well. He is getting some Dragoons, but Dragoons don't have the greatest DPS against Mutas. So Funny has to be extremely, like, look at this. He has to be extremely careful where the High Templars are and where the Mutas are. Because otherwise, you just lose all his High Templars and the Hydras can just mow him down. So Zeki now going to do some more harassment here at the natural, forcing down the cannon. The goons are actually walled out! Oh no, are the goons stuck? Oh my god, the goons can't actually get back here to defend. Oh my god, that is awful. Oh wow, alright, well, that is unfortunate for these Dragoons and for Funny. However, even though he can't mine from his natural, he's got a 3rd Nexus, so it's all good. He's also got a Zealot, just making sure there's no 4th base for the Zerg. Is he gonna get a Stargate now? He's not. He's just gonna do it with the Dragoons. Alright, he's got 2 cannons in his main at least. Oh god, this is so horrible. And he can't even kill, like, he's not gonna kill his Robo, right? Because it's freaking expensive. It costs 200 gas and 200 minerals. So you can't do anything. Oh, and the goons can't leave here either. This is a goon type wall. Wait, his goons are completely walled into his base. Oh no. Oh wow, those storms were actually really good though. Alright, so he actually kept that guy alive. The goons can't leave. He needs to kill this forge with his cannon. Help! Help! Let me out! I want to do something. He's got 2-1 by the way. He's got nice upgrades. Alright, well maybe the Hydras can bust them out. Alright, jailbreak time, guys. Hydra's coming down. Let's help these goons get out. Hey, he killed the cannon. Hey, we're free. We're free. Oh snap, no! Just kidding. Go back! Go back! I don't want to be here! Oh man, they're like, no, this is... I've made a terrible mistake. I didn't actually want to leave my base. Oh, big storm on the back, though. Big storm on the back, and it looks like the obs get sniped. But it doesn't matter. There's no lurkers here anyway. Big wave of zealots coming down from the 9 o'clock base. And I think Funny will be able to hold, although he needs to keep this Templar alive. It has almost enough energy. No, he doesn't get another storm off. It's going to be very close now with the reinforcements. It looks like Ziki, though, is going to be able to push through. More Dragoons coming out. Another Observer falls. He really needs High Templar, but wow, that is a lot of Dragoons. And now with 2-2 upgrades as well, against just the 1-0, these Dragoons are going to be able to hold the line against the Hydralisks. Not efficiently, but they will be able to hold. The Mutalisks also all fall down, and Funny with the victory at the front, but at what cost? He lost all his High Templars, a decent number, all his Zealots, a decent number of Dragoons as well. More Hydralisks are coming down. The 6 o'clock is being taken by Ziki. What else is going on in the base? Looks like not too much else. I don't see any lurkers or lurker aspect researching. The Natural still barely mining for Funny, and here we go. He's coming in again. No energy on the High Templar, so no storm just yet. Ziki did show decent storm dodging, although he did still take a lot of damage. It's pretty hard to storm dodge when you have that many Hydralisks. Looks like more gateways being added now for Funny. And finally, the lurkers are coming out. A couple of obs did get sniped. It doesn't appear that Funny is making any more. He's going to need a couple of obs now. He does have some cannon detection, at least at the front, but obviously we'll need the observers if he wants to leave the safety net of his cannons. Very, very even supply. 94 against 104. Very, very close. Usually that's good for the Zerg player. And it looks like Ziki's not going to go in again. He's just going to set up this really annoying lurker contain that's super hard to break out of as a Protoss, especially with all these Hydra supporting. I mean, not only is it hard to just attack into, but the Zerg can even be annoying and like snipe observers with their Hydras and stuff. So this is actually quite a painful position for the Protoss. He's got to be careful. He's got 5 cannons, but he's got no Psionic Storm, and looks like he's actually going to kill the pylon and walk out of the top side. Now Ziki is prepared for this. He's got some Hydras and some Lurkers morphing, but if the Protoss can get out before the Lurkers get burrowed, then that could be really, really crucial. He still has no Observer. There's the first Observer. Okay, he needs to go now before the Lurkers finish. The Lurkers are getting very close to done. The Hydralisks are trying to block. There's one Dragoon that's just causing a major traffic jam here. He needs to just move his dudes down the ramp, and there we go. He's moving out. The Lurkers are finishing, but I think he might be able to get out unless his Observer gets sniped. Zeke's trying to go for the Ob snipe. He's trying to go for the Ob snipe. He really wants the Obs. The Obs is not going to die. And Funny is going to break out the top side here. He's going to take down those Lurkers. He's going to take down some Hydras. Not the best storm. Is he going to get a good storm this time? He does get a slightly better storm, but Ziki, constantly on the move, is doing a good job here, and looks like going to unburrow and try and clamp down on this small Protoss force on the top side. I don't know if Funny knows what's going on. He can move out with the other group here. I don't think he has any storm stuff. He's almost one storm on this High Templar. I think he just needs to run away now. Looks like he's actually trying to sneak a base at the top left. He might actually just run his army up here in order to hold the ramp. That'd be interesting. There's Overlords here, but they're not actually seeing all these cannons being made at the top of the ramp, and this is actually a pretty interesting situation. Meanwhile, Funny, I think, could maybe do with sending a DT out or something. Like, the 6 o'clock base is completely undefended. I don't know if he actually knows it's there. And oh my god, looks like Zeke is actually trying to fight his way up the ramp, but big storm taking down a lot, and I don't think the Lurkers can actually break up this ramp. Oh. Well, oh, nice storm there. He even grabs the Overlord, and it's going to be very difficult to break up this ramp, although the Templars don't have energy right now, which could be a problem, and the Contain is back in action. And I don't know if you guys can hear my cat just going bonkers in the back there. But yes, rest assured, there is no torturing of cats going on in this house. Alright, looks like we're breaking out. Not enough support units on this Contain. A big stream of units, though, trying to break up the top left. And again, no storms ready. 55 energy is not enough. The Lurkers and the Hydras are causing a bit of a traffic jam, but it looks like Ziki is going to be able to break up the top left. And it's going to force a cancel on this base. There's no way Funny can defend this. He needs to just, he canceled the Nexus. But the thing is, Funny doesn't need the Nexus yet. He's on 3 bases already against a 4-base Zerg, although having said that, his main is mined out, so technically not. But he is going to find this base, and this base is undefended. It could be base for base. No, he's not going! But he sees it, right? He sees it with the Obs, but I guess he figures he doesn't have enough units, and he's just going to get crushed by the reinforcements, so he doesn't want to risk it. Oh, he's going to grab a couple of free Overlords. Oh, okay, there we go. big Archon balls coming down here. The army of Zeke's pulling back from the top left, but this 6 o'clock base is probably going to be in trouble if he can actually get up the ramp here. Going to have a bit of a traffic jam. Zeke is going to try and defend. He focuses down the Archon, and he's got units coming in the back. This Protoss army actually might get stuck here. He needs to move up the ramp, otherwise he's going to get completely styled on the bottom by all these lurkers. Is he going to storm? Oh man, there's a big clump of units there. He's not going to storm. His Archon's moving in. Oh, storm! That was a big storm. All the lurkers are heavily damaged, but this Protoss army is going to fall. The drones are going to evacuate to the side of the army, actually. Oh man. Looks like a few drones are going to fall. Does he have another storm? He does not. Which means the Protoss army is forfeit, which is really bad. He's making a bunch more Zealots and Templars. Meanwhile, Zeke has gone up to Hive. What else does he have? Does he have any Hive tech yet? He doesn't have any Hive tech buildings, but also he doesn't really have upgrades. That's only just +1 carapace finishing, whereas Protoss at 3-2. Wow, Funny is massively out upgrading his opponent. Interestingly enough, this is still +1 carapace, guys. That's really interesting. I guess that's actually how Funny is kind of staying in this game, because he's gotten his army wiped out a couple of times now, which is quite bad in PvZ. I mean, it's bad in any matchup to lose your entire army, but you know, in some cases it's like not the end of the world. Like in PvT late game, you know, you don't really expect to win the ground engagements anymore. And hey, we got a subscriber, Hirmu. Thank you so much. There's a picture of the cute kitty that you guys all heard meowing just now. That is my cute kitty. And looks like, oh no, Ob snipes, Templar snipes, he stormed his own Zealots. You're storming the wrong people, man. Funny, you gotta storm the evil bug-looking things, man. You don't want to storm the manly, cool guys. Don't storm these guys. Storm the bug guys. Oh man, it's like Starship Troopers. Get him, storm him. Oh no, there's a lot of dudes running in. There's psionic storm everywhere. He's got he's got more storms. Storms everywhere. Oh my god, Funny's actually just gonna hold with the mass of storms. Oh my god, Draw is even in the chat. Draw, why aren't you playing for SAS, man? Dude, we need SAS Draw up in here, killing everybody. Holy moly. Alright, looks like Archon Dragoon Force, which is pretty scary, but Protoss is down in supply, 95 against 104. That's pretty bad. He's doing the cannon thing again at the top left. He's got a High Templar in there, and there's units that just don't realize what's happening. The Protoss sneak, just the one probe going in, making a billion cannons, because Protoss is awesome. And here we go. Uh-oh. Realizes it's a bad idea. The Archons can fight, though. He's got 3-2 Archons. He's going to kill everything. But the lurkers are a little bit too much. He's gonna move back. He doesn't have a storm still. Archons are great, but he also needs storms. He just needs everything right now. He's floating a little bit of money, but the cannons are completing, which means Zeke's gonna have a really hard time breaking up this ramp again. the sneaky base is the deadliest. And there's the probe transfer as well, even though he just started the... Wait, he's transferring probes, but the Nexus is like only just started. It's kind of weird. I guess he figures he might as well do it now before it's too late, and he's, you know, he probably had a bunch of extra drones from his main base already. Now Zeke has not actually taken another base. I feel like Zeke could have taken the top right already, but he was so focused on being aggressive that he's delayed this quite a bit. So maybe he could have had a slightly larger advantage. He is now finally taking the top right natural. I guess he figured since he was denying the Protoss fourth anyway, it wasn't a huge deal. But these probes, I guess, yeah, he's just gonna leave them here until the Nexus finishes, which is fair enough, I guess. Because later on, when he loses map control, he's not going to have the opportunity to move them anymore. And if he moves them now, I mean, he'll just be defended by the cannons and the High Templar. Looks like a few Lings going to get taken out. I don't actually know what happened to the units that were here. Did he kill them? Did they scout the base? Like, I'm not sure if Zeke's aware of the top left, but what an interesting game this is. Is there any Hive Tech yet? Ah, Defiler Mound is on the way. It seems like some drones being transferred as well. Plenty of Scourge here, so it's going to be difficult to do anything. I think he just Scourged some Obs as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways. It looks like Protoss is just chilling. 4 Archons is pretty scary. 3-3. Gonna start working on those shield upgrades, I guess. Do you have shields coming along? No shields yet. But he's going for an attack at the top right. Oh, wait. Where's he going? He's going down the middle. Alright, this is a very scary Protoss army. 5 Archons, I think 4 High Templar, and the supporting Zealots and Dragoons. The only thing it's missing, really, going into late game is Reavers. You really want Reavers to help deal with the Defilers with their Dark Swarm. I mean, Zealots, and Archons do a little bit underneath, but it's really the Reavers and the Storms that are your primary tools for dealing with the Dark Swarms. And he's actually going in for the attack. I'm not sure I like this attack. He's attacking into a Lurker field with a decent number of Zealots. That's a bit dangerous, a bit ambitious, I guess. And Lurk's coming in from the back as well. The Archons are going to do great against him. I think he stormed down 2 Lurkers here at the front, just trying to put some counter pressure on Zeke. Look at this, after almost an entire game of Zeke pressuring Funny. Funny is now the one with the big scary army out on the map with the amazing upgrades. Although 2 attack is actually done for, 2 range attack is done for the Zerg, but only +1 carapace. And oh man, these High Templars gotta be careful not to walk in too far. There is the Dark Swarm though. The Defilers are finally out. The top left base is mining away happily. The top right base is being taken by Zeke. And this is a really close game now. I feel like Funny has the lead. He's jumped up to a 40 supply advantage. At one point, Zeke was, I think, slightly ahead, like 10 supply ahead, and somehow Funny, with some really nice defensive play, has actually come up to a 40 supply lead. I guess also being able to sneak that top left was quite crucial. Zeke perhaps making a small mistake not to make sure that was denied. And here we go. Another attack, though, into the natural expansion. Can Zeke hold this? This attack could be huge. A bunch of Lurkers coming up, but they're all grouped. Is he going to storm it? No, he storms the wrong place. Now he storms the right place. He needs 1 more storm to kill 3 more Lurkers. And is he going to do it? It looks like the Archons are just going to take care of it. Maybe. No, the Archons don't damage them because they're burrowed. The Archons are doing 0 damage to that Lurker. He needs a Zealot. He needs a Storm. And that could have been a costly mistake for Funny as he loses so much to those Lurkers. Remember people, Archons do only splash damage under Swarm, and burrowed units are not affected by splash damage under Dark Swarm. Only unburrowed units are affected by splash. Nice Archon snipe there by Zeke, but crucially, Funny does keep 4 out of the 5 Archons alive. The Archons are the real big death dealers here in the late game Protoss army. The Zealots actually don't scale nearly as well. They fall off hard because, once Ultralink comes out, the Zealots attack is actually 2 strikes, which means, the 8 or the 6 armor of the Ultralisk gets applied twice. Or no, 8 armor, right? Or I don't know. Basically, the insane amount of armor of Ultralisks really stops the Zealots from doing that much. But anyway, going in once again here, Funny trying to break the front, but he loses all of his Archons. But the Zealot Dragoon might be enough, and another Archon's coming in. He's going for the win right here. Zeke, he might not be able to hold this. Funny, can he take the win off Zeke? This would be an absolutely insane win by Funny, but he's down to just his last few units, but he's got reinforcements coming in. The Zealots and Dragoons are coming to reinforce. If he can just stream the units in, he could potentially take the game. He's expanding at the top left natural as well, but Zeke, he's just got drones here to defend. He's building emergency sunken colonies. He's down to no money. He's at 3,000 gas and 0 minerals. Funny can actually take Zeke down right now. An absolutely insane result, something that would be unimaginable, a few years ago in Zeke's prime, storming his own observers. But Funny Nexus, with his hidden sneaky Nexus at the top left, looks like he is going to break down the front door. I did not think this was possible with Dark Swarms and Lurkers on the field, but I was wrong. He is marching in here to Zeke's natural. He's even got his top left base defended with cannons. You can start mining away there. The reinforcements getting a little bit intercepted, but it doesn't really matter. It looks like Zeke's mined out his 3. His 6 o'clock doesn't even have that many drones. And holy moly, do we have anything else crazy going on? Any other crazy tech? No. Zeke looks like he's going to lose his main base. That's where all his tech is. He's got the top right still, but wow, he is down 60 supply to 140. Now look at this, he can't defend his tech, he's only got 1 Lurker there. Is there an OBS though? Yeah, there is an OBS. Wow. This is insane. Oh, I see Eonzerg in the chat. What's up, Eonzerg? Nice job in the first clan war against LRM. And, well, gonna storm down this last lurker in the main base. I don't know what Zeke's gonna do right now. He's gonna lose all his tech. He doesn't have any money for units. I guess he just didn't make enough drones. Because it looked like he was ahead for a large portion of the early mid-game. And just couldn't break the Protoss defense. And now he's lost his main base. Looks like Funny needs to transfer a few probes. Funny has actually mined out his first 3 bases, so Funny's actually still just down to 2 bases at the top left. So it's not like Funny's got an amazing economy. I mean, technically right now, it's 2 base Protoss against 3 base Zerg. So if Zeke can somehow do some kind of, super efficient defense with Defilers, he's not necessarily dead, but I mean, he's pretty dead. Come on, let's be honest here. Because this 6 o'clock base is not going to die, right? It's completely undefended. 158 supply to 56. He's just going to build sunken colonies. Oh, man. And here we go. Funny rolling down with the Archons. Wait, no, what? Okay, now he's coming down. Looks like a little bit of a army wonkiness going on. And this base is dead. I mean, that's got to be it. Right? Zeke's trying to run down with some lurkers, but there's no supporting units even. I mean, the lurkers are just going to get massacred. There's so many Dragoons here. Dragoons and Archons are pretty good against lurkers. Trying to do the desperation defense. There's so much stuff here. Look at all the Archons. They're so scary. 3-1-3. Oh, man. He's changing his mind. I guess you can't go for a counterattack because there's even a Reaver here with cannons. Oh, man. I think Zeke is just going to go for the counterattack at the top left, and he's going to see the Reaver and probably just tap out. There's nothing he can do at the top left. Even with the Defiler, which I don't see. There should be a Defiler here. Even with the Defiler, there's nothing you can do. Look at this. Nice wall-in even as well. Alright, that's a lot of units, though. Alright, Zeke, he's going in. He needs this to work. If he can kill the top left 2... Remember, the top left 2 bases are the only mining for the Protoss. If Zeke can take down these bases, that would be his opportunity. But there's the High Templar as well, coming in for the storm. Oh, no. Oh, man, Protoss OP. And now the army coming in to back up the base. Only the cannons fell, but those don't make any difference. GG from Zeke1. Funny Nexus takes down the monster Zerg Zeke and takes a win for NB. Absolutely stunning game and stunning result. Whew. Holy moly. Alright. Wow. Funny Nexus. Man, see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I was very interested to see what kind of shape Zeke was in. And I mean, you can't make too many judgments off just one game. But what a game. What a game. Which means we are going on to the 3rd match of Favorite versus DeWalt. I think Favorite's listed as a Protoss. For some reason, in my mind, I have the impression that he's a Terran. But I'm not actually sure, so I guess we'll see. I'm going to take a quick 1-minute break, just get some water. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. We'll be back for Game 3 in just a second. Alright guys, we are back for the next game, but I believe, hold on, Awa actually sent me some text documents regarding drama that happened during that game. So let me just see what this is about. I actually haven't read this yet because he told me not to read it until after the game. So of course everyone in the Broodor community loves a little bit of drama. We are very dramatic people. So let me just fuel your desires. And also, people in the chat were saying Zeke is actually #1 on the European ladder right now, which is insane. That's awesome. Voodoo asks if I know anything about 2v2 ladder. I have no idea. I think on the Blizzard forums they said they were considering it, but that's all I know. Okay, so let me see. Okay, Zeke versus Funny postgame. So, oh no, oh no. All right, guys. All right, you ready? Apparently, Zeke and Funny disconnected in their first game, and in that game, Zeke actually had a slight advantage, but it was not enough of an advantage to obtain an automatic win. So they went for the regame, and of course we saw the result of that. Ooh, oh no. Oh man, nobody tell Eon Zerg. Whew, spicy. Oh man, and by the way, that all happened while he was making Nalgrim wait for him to play their best of 3 in Clash for Char. Remember that. This funny guy, man. He's pretty funny. Alright, anyway. We're going on to game number 3. NB Favorite versus Sastawal. The score is currently tied up 1-1 between NB and Sass. I'm gonna load up the game here. And here we go. Here we go. Alright, let me fix up the score. 1-1. And at the left position as the purple Protoss, we have Arf, who is presumably favorite. At the right side as the white Protoss, we have DeWalt. Okay, so he is actually Protoss. He's not Terran. I don't know why I thought he was Terran. We're on Heartbreak Ridge, PvP. Ooh. Now you can't build gateways in your opponent's base on Heartbreak Ridge, but it appears that neither player is going to do that. Sadly. I don't know what happened in the disconnect game. All I know is that it was a disconnect with Zeke slightly ahead. Interesting, bugging its way through the gas. I didn't know you could just bug your way like through the gas with just one pylon. That's pretty cool. There's nothing else blocking. Huh? Arf building a side pylon. Oh man, I don't like pylons like these because they don't give you much. Like you can only use half the space for building buildings, which seems kind of annoying to me. Having said that, I very often build pylons like this, touching my nexus, which also blocks half the place from building. So I guess it's like exactly the same thing. Oh, look at this. Scouting inside the base, making sure there's no sneaky pylons here. And interestingly, favorite scouts up here for a gateway and then goes back to mining, but doesn't check inside his main. So both players checking a cheese location, but actually checking different cheese locations. So I guess just goes to show you how many different cheese spots there are on Heartbreak Ridge, which is why it's one of my favorite maps. I love it. Man, you know what my favorite thing to do is on this map? Is to play PvZ, where you spawn on the right side, and the Zerg spawns on the left, and you can build a pylon here and a forge, and build cannons behind, and just wall them into their main. Oh man, I love doing that, because it's drone tight. It's not Ling tight, but by the time Lings come, you can block it with a probe and have cannons. So good. So delicious. Anyway. Both players going straight for core. No. Okay, there's the first zealot, but going for core before zealot instead of Zell core Zell. Yeah, zap him. Zap him. Zap him with your little taser. You know, you would think that like worker weapons actually do more damage than 5 damage, because I mean their little thing is hard enough to break off minerals from these mineral fields, right? Like surely these things are really hard. Like, how strong must the particle beam be to be able to zap off blocks of minerals to take home? Or maybe minerals are like maybe they're like diamonds, you know? They have a structure, so if you hit it at the right angle, it just cracks or something. You guys know what I'm talking about? You can just like chip it from the side, even though technically it's really hard. You can just hit it in a way that it actually breaks. I wonder if there's any lore on this. That would be incredibly nerdy if Blizzard actually made like mineral lore. It'd be pretty cool though. That was a nice little block, by the way, with the pylon, or sorry, with the zealot probe. Did he actually kill the probe? Wait, where did the probe go? Did it just leave? Because he's looking for it, but I don't see it on the minimap, so I'm not actually sure what happened there. Because there was a probe that came here, right? Uh-oh, 3-gate goon pressure. To be honest, I mean, 3-gate goon is great on Heartbreak Ridge. It's a completely flat map. Flat maps usually mean you want to go for goon pressure builds in PvP. Because obviously your opponent can't just play defensively and hold their ramp if they're going for like a fast Robo or Dark Templars. He pulled one off gas. Interesting. What is the Walt actually doing right now? Is he going 2-gate expand? That's not a thing, is it? You can't 2-gate expand in PvP without a Robo. He's just making 2-gate goon right now. Okay, he's going 2-gate Robo. It's interesting that he pulled... Okay, he put the guy back on. I guess because he had banked a decent amount. He didn't want to have too much. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's correct. Because he was banking quite a bit of gas. Maybe that's correct. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how much gas you need early on to go for the Reaver tech. Because I always 12 next and I never go Reavers in PvP. So I have no idea. I know this is not blocking Dragoons. I think Splax asked that. It looks like it might, right? But it seems Goons can actually get out of here. That'd be hilarious. Because that would wall in 2 gateways worth of Goons if this pylon blocked. Which would be very sad for Mr. Favorite, Mr. Arf Arf. So 3-gate Goon versus 2-gate Robo. Now 3-gate Goon has the opportunity to attack and put on quite a bit of pressure, because obviously the Reaver is going to be quite a while. He's actually gone Obs first as well to play the safe version. And I really feel like Favorite should be attacking. Wow, he's gone 4-gate Goon. He should definitely be attacking right now. But it looks like DeWalt's going to just do that for him. Oh man, he's going to catch him on the high ground? Oh man, this is going to be bad for DeWalt. DeWalt could just lose all his Goons right here and just immediately lose the game. Uh-oh, retreat! Retreat! This is actually very bad for DeWalt. DeWalt went 2-gate Obs expand, and he's facing 4-gate Goon. He's gonna die. He's gonna try and buy time by luring the main army down. But if Favorite knows, he just has to attack. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's the cancel. He built the Nexus right and canceled it. He's building a pylon to delay, but he needs the Reavers to come out. And even if they do come out, it's gonna be so easy for Favorite to just run in and snipe them that I think DeWalt is gonna get taken down. Just unfortunate build order matchup here. I'm really surprised DeWalt went 2-gate Obs expand on Heartbreak Ridge. That does not seem like a good idea to me. Because this is such a 3 or 4-gate map. Here we go. He's coming in with the probes though. The probes doing a good job. Look at this. Yeah, get him, probes. Get him. Oh man, look at these man probes. Oh, there's more dudes coming in the back though. And that is all she wrote for Mr. DeWalt. The Reaver is about to come out actually. If he can like sneak that behind the minerals without Favorite noticing. Oh no, he's got one pylon powering everything. Oh man, he could lose the Artosis pylon. He's trying to snipe down the Reaver. The Reaver is gonna get a second scare. The Reaver actually kills 1 Dragoon only. And if the Dragoons now come and kill this pylon, that would be very sad times. But they actually can't. They have to kill the Dragoons. More goons coming in. This, unfortunately, is the nature of PvP, ladies and gents. It does happen sometimes. And it's not really something you can micro your way out of, unfortunately for DeWalt. Oh god, the Artosis pylon! No! No! Pylon! Ah, everything is unpowered. GG! GFG. And there you go, guys. A quick game number 3 on Heartbreak Ridge. PvP action going in favor of Team NB. So Team NB now up 2-1 over IFU. If Terra can take this next game, then they will go on to face, spoiler alert, IFU in the winners bracket match. And that would mean SAS would face LRM in the losers bracket. But it is not over. Ace is coming up against Terror in the ZBT. I'm trying to figure out how to cross out DeWalt's name right now. I'm like really struggling. Okay, wait, here it is. Boom. Alright. So DeWalt is crossed out, and it is now time for Terror versus Ace. Now, Ace is another player that used to be really good, but I don't know what his form is. Actually, at one point, I think it was like him and Zeki against the top. Zeki number 1 and Ace number 2. But yeah, don't know what kind of shape he's in. And actually, wait, do I have any drama for this? Do I have any dramatic notes? I have a second dramatic note, but I can't remember what game it's for. Drama, llama. Post game 3 drama. That was game 3. Wait, what? Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, what? Oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, there is no game 4 because Ace was apparently a no-show. I mean, the note literally says Ace wasn't able to make it in the end, which I guess means he was a no-show. Which means that Team NB win 3-1 by walkover, and we'll go on to the winners match. Okay. Well, there you go. And you thought the PvP was short. Ho-ho. And I guess SAS didn't have a replacement player in time, unfortunately. So congrats to NB. But guys, the day is not done because I have one more match for you. Don't worry, we're not gonna end on that note. We're not going to end on that note because I am going to cast the losers match that happened literally a couple of hours ago today. And it's going to be SAS versus LRM. A classic matchup of the ages. But first, I'm going to take a couple minutes break to get some water and also to set up my overlay for the next match. So please do stay tuned. It's SAS versus LRM coming up next.
in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And of course, since we are going on to the losers match, it is only appropriate we go into a little bit of a darker overlay. So here we go. All right. As you can see, it is LRM versus SAS coming up in the losers bracket. And it seems that for for both teams, only 2 players showed up. DeWalt and Ace showed up for SAS, and True Touch and Bakryu showed up for LRM, which means both players played 2 games with an ace match if required. So it's basically both players played both other players. That makes sense? So yeah, got some PvZ and ZvZ action coming up. I guess at the very least, DeWalt will play twice, so this is going to be exciting. A couple of PvZs from DeWalt. And the first match is going to be DeWalt versus True Touch on Heartbreak Ridge. Maybe we get to see some sneaky Protoss cheese on this map, but who knows? I think Heartbreak Ridge is pretty entertaining nonetheless. So, with that, I think I've made you guys wait long enough, and I will go straight into the game. Alright, going into game number 1 of the losers round. Let me just quickly update my overlay. It's going to be LRM versus SAS. And on the left side as the orange Protoss, we have DeWalt. On the right side as the brown Zerg, we will have True Touch. And of course, since we are on a 2-player map, the Overlord is going to scout in the correct direction. Also, there's some discussion about the new Gambit Cup in the chat. That's right. I believe A was sponsoring or not sponsoring, but hosting a full season of Gambit Cup sponsored by Gilded.gg. So if you have a team, or if you want to start a team and sign up, that would be pretty awesome. I believe it's mainly for European teams, as there's already the Pan American Team League hosted by Psionic Reaver for the North American teams. Is that blocking the Nexus? That looks really far left to me. I mean, we saw somebody block a Nexus in Clash for Char yesterday, I think. Or wait, maybe it was maybe it was in the ESL Cup. But somebody blocked Nexus yesterday and still won the game. No, that wasn't Clash for Char, because that was on Match Point. I think that was actually Funny, oh yeah, that was Funny against Nalgrim, I think game 2, where Funny actually blocked his Nexus and still won the game. So this, I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. I'm not going to dwell on this. I'm going to just trust DeWalt for now. That could be perfect placement, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I trust DeWalt. Is like Throwback going to come out? Yeah, we can make a UK team for sure. Oh man, Cadenza. But remember, yesterday there were a ton of UK players too, right? There were like 4 UK players in the upper bracket. We totally do this. I'll get Elegant back here. Dude, Elegant's gonna want in on this action. Let's definitely do this. Team UK represent. Because I mean, if you think about it, we can't play on a European team anymore, right? We have to make our own team, so story checks out. Looks like Overpool. Actually, I assume this was an Overpool. I was not paying attention at all. Yes, we have kicks as well. Oh my god. Kicks for the win. Wow, it actually doesn't block the Nexus. Alright. DeWalt knew exactly what he was doing. That is pixel perfect, man. That's nice. I like that. Alrighty then. Well, nobody's cheesing, sadly. This is a nice wall too, because you can put the gateway here, and then you have a little cannon space here. Ooh, that timing though. Very nice. And this is link tight as well. I think I mentioned that last game, or the game before, where it's link tight unless you build in a simulator. Man, can I just say, I am so happy that I can make a box. Do you see this? When you're in the new observer mode, you can't do this. When it makes the box, but it doesn't display the green rectangle. So you can still box click stuff on the new observer mode, but I can't be like, look at this thing, because my box doesn't render. It's so annoying. Ugh, I just want to make boxes all day. Look at this. Ah, yeah, look at my APM. Oh my god, I'm so fast. How is he doing it? Is this Flash? Wait, this guy get shot? I think I got shot by a cannon. Looks like Lings are trying to deny this second probe. He saw it come out with the overload. He's looking for where it went. He's actually not sure, you can see. You don't know if it went up the top side or the bottom side. The probe is going to come and see this, this third base at the top right, though. Pretty nice. And can even sneak around the back and get into the main base as well by pushing itself over the minerals. Now he's actually just going to go in from the front side. Whoa! A little bit of unfortunate pathing there for DeWalt. Yeah, looks like nothing too crazy going on in the base. Building a pylon just to make sure there's no mining out of minerals going on, no cheesy Zergling strats from True Touch. I'm actually really thankful that DeWalt showed up and we didn't just have 4 Zerg players just playing non-stop ZVZ. That would have been a little bit more disappointing. At least this way, we get 2 BVZs guaranteed. And DeWalt's playing against 2 pretty top-notch Zergs, so that's pretty good stuff. Okay, so it looks like Probe Guy's not going to get into the main base again. There isn't that much to see. Shooter just is playing this very standard. Man, this wall is tight. Look at this. Oh man. I mean, it's both literally and figuratively tight. Because Zerglings can't run through this. Actually, maybe they can run through this now because there's a simulator here. But this is nice. I like this. Makes me happy. See, I'm always too scared to put the pylon here though, because I don't know exactly which pixel to put it on. So I always put it a little bit further right just to make sure I don't screw up. Alright, we got +1 Sayers from DeWalt. He does actually like his +1 Sayers a lot. Sometimes even goes double Stargate Corsair, but it doesn't look like he's doing it that game. This game. Interestingly, you know, we've been seeing a decent amount of Sayre Reaver recently in foreign games, and I think Sayre Reaver is not too bad on Heartbreak Ridge. Like, it doesn't have any island bases or anything like that, but you can, for example, as Protoss in this position, instead of taking the bottom left, you can take the top left base with Sayre Reaver and defend it not, you know, relatively okay-ish. It's kind of a narrow choke point. So, oh, whoa, wow! Did he just come back to try and kill this? That was a little bit optimistic, a little bit ambitious from that Corsair. He's trying to go hero mode and just completely failed and got smacked in the head by Scourge. Anyway, what we got going on? 2 more gateways. Seems good. He's going for some +1 speed lots as well, right? Yeah, so he's going +1 Sayre, +1 speed lot. He's moving out now. The upgrade's actually a little way away from finishing. I wonder if this is a touch too early, or maybe his +1 was slightly late? Because this isn't going to finish for a little while, right? Is it going to finish by the time he gets to the Zerg base? It's going to be pretty close. I think he's going to get to the Zerg base, and it's still not going to be done. How's the speed? Speed's gonna be done, but not I'm gonna keep the Forge selected just so we see how close the +1 is. Because the first fight is gonna happen and he's not gonna have +1, which I feel like is not great, right? Like, it's okay to start walking across the map when the upgrade is not done yet, but you don't want to fight until you actually have this, I think. So yeah, you can see he's just waiting for it. I mean, when you go for this fast +1 speed lot, you don't need to fight, or you don't even want to fight. You just want to be annoying. Just run around. So +1's done. He's going to fight from the high ground. Of course, on Heartbreak Ridge, you do have these little high ground spokes coming out of the central thing. And it's like a couple more cannons being made in response to the mass hydras, of course, because by going for +1 Sarah +1 speed lot, you do delay your storm a little bit. You can see it's not even halfway done. So he's going to need the cannons to defend against these hydralisks. Meanwhile, True Touch is just playing a bog standard build. He doesn't have Hydra range though either, so he can't be overly aggressive until that's finished. I'm actually going to maybe keep this selected just so we can see the progress on this. So Hydra range, ooh, getting the shuttle already, interesting. He doesn't have a support base, does he? No, okay. Storm not quite. Wait, what? Oh, looks like there's... I didn't even know there was a DT here. I just clicked to see the Hydra Den for range, and apparently a DT got sniped in the natural there. That could have done a lot more, I guess. I assume it didn't do that much in the natural. It just tried to run into the main. Or maybe it did do something in the natural. People are telling me in the chat it's doing something in the natural, but here we go. Hydra's going into the natural of Protoss, but Storm is done. Storm has completed, and there's a lot of speed lots waiting in the wings. Oh, man. Oh, I heard the shuttle loading. Looks like he's going for a DT drop potentially into the main, but he's got to be careful not to fly too close here. Does that envision? I don't think it was envision. It's probably barely out of vision, but no, it looks like he's going for the intercept. No, he's not. I can't tell. The Forge is now under attack. More emergency cannons are being built. He's got enough energy for one storm left on those dudes. He's got a lot of +1 Corsairs that are not moving out either. I'm not sure why the +1 Corsairs are just chilling in the main base and not moving out and killing all the overlords. Oh man, what are the Corsairs doing? Okay, he's going out now. He's got to be careful not to suicide the High Templars. I guess he doesn't have Storm on them anyway. He's just trying to stop these Hydras. I'm going to try and keep an eye on that shuttle. The shuttle is now getting to the main base. The shuttle is dropping DTs into the main base, but the front of the Protoss base might fall though. Oh man, the High Templar is going to get sniped down. The second High Templar has energy for Storm. He has one Storm. The DTs are not moving in. The DTs are moving in now, and it looks like the emergency cannon defense with the Zealots is going to be enough. There's the Storm. It's not great though, only just a little bit of damage, but DTs are in the main. The DTs are killing all of the drones in the main, and True Touch is too busy looking at the front. If DeWalt can just hold this, the DTs have killed everything in the main base. But is it going to be enough? Because True Touch, can he break the front with his Hydras? The main base is gone. The main base is gonzo. But so are all the cannons, and the probes are dying at the front as well. 54 supply to 76. But these are so many Hydras. What can he do against the Hydras? Where are the Corsairs? The Corsairs are now finally out on the map, killing overlords. The Nexus is under attack. The probes are coming off the line. The DTs, one DT has fallen. The second DT could not kill the lair. Oh my god, that is so many Hydralisks. The Corsairs are trying to do what they can. They're not even supply blocking the Zerg though. Oh my god, I think True Touch is going to take this, even though those DTs did massive damage in the main base. It's not enough. He cannot hold against the Hydralisks. If he can kill this Overlord, maybe build a DT? I think he needs to kill... the Corsairs should probably come home and kill that Overlord. He needs to build a DT and kill all these dudes. Oh no. DeWalt, he's killed the Overlords in the main base. Where'd the DT go? Alright, the DT's still here. Well, Zerg is supply blocked. I wonder if it would have been better if he just used those Corsairs earlier. They were waiting in the main base for such a long time. He can come back and kill this Overlord. There's only one severely damaged Overlord, and there it goes. Is he making a Dark Templar? He's not making a Dark Templar. He's making a Dark Templar in the back. And there's a Storm. It's decent Storm, but there's so many Hydras. The natural is dead. Even if he holds with the DT, I don't know if that's enough. And stop attacking the Extractor. Kill the freaking lair. Oh, man. And looks like a second Overlord appears, and GG from DeWalt. And True Touch takes the game. The heroic DTs could not save DeWalt at his front. Nice bust there from True Touch. And that means LRM goes up 1-0 in this losers match. Whew. All right. So DeWalt is gone from the first game, but remember, it's only 2 players aside, which means DeWalt now gets a second chance, a chance to redeem himself, this time against LRM Bakuryu. They will be playing on Polaris Rhapsody. So I will be hopping into that game right now. Alright, whoop. Looks like my mouse is a little bit stuck. Here we go. Game number 2. At the top left is the white Zerg. We do have LRM Bakuryu. At the bottom right is the red Protoss. We have Sass DeWalt, who fell to True Touch. Can he take down another LRM Zerg in Bakuryu? We shall see. Because if he can't, then it will all be down to his teammate, Sass Ace, and the ZVZs. Alright, what do we got going on here? This is another 2-player map. So I guess, I don't know, I guess DeWalt opted to play on these maps. Presumably talked it over with his teammate, Ace. Bum, ba, bum. Looks like nothing crazy happening. Forge Fast Expand for the win. Now on this map, so we saw an amazing game earlier today between Cryok and True Touch on this map. And I was saying how the double gas base in the corners are nice, but they're kind of difficult, at least in ZVT, because you know there's a couple of entrances. It's a little bit hard to defend them. Well, in ZVP that doesn't really matter that much, and I think taking the corner bases is completely fine. Which means Zerg can get 4 gases very quickly if they want to do anything with that. Go for like a more lurker heavy build, for example. And Probe coming down to make the Forge. It was an overpull, I think, from Bakuryu. Uh-oh, Probe getting a little bit stuck here. I don't know what happened. Being a little bit stuck on the cliff. But he is going to make it out of here to block the natural hatchery of Bakuryu. Against an overpulling Zerg, the Zerg's not overly worried about this. Just make some Zerglings. Doesn't quite get it. I think the drone will win. Wait, I'm pretty sure the drone would have won that actually if Bakuryu had stayed to fight it, because the probe was previously damaged from when it got stuck up here. It looks like he didn't want to risk it, so he's just gonna send a second drone. Excuse me. All right, man, my voice is barely holding on here. I did do like an 8.5-hour cast yesterday, which is pretty awesome, pretty hardcore. Okay, anyway, probe guy heading over to the top right, gonna see Bakuryu taking the double gas base here. And in the meantime, Forge, Forge Cannon and then Nexus, okay. Doesn't go Forge Nexus Cannon, I guess he's playing it safe against the overpull. It's interesting because he had the probe scout. He saw Bakuryu chasing him with his lings, right? Or maybe not. Boom, got him. This is a ramp, right? Did it lose vision? Is that a ramp? I think that's a ramp. All right, decent wall off here from DeWalt. I'm not sure if that's tight, link tight. I'm pretty sure that's link tight, but it's a slightly bigger gap. This Heartbreak Ridge wall was awesome, but it did actually still take a couple of zealots and a probe to block. So I think this one is similar. And what are we gonna see from Bakuryu? Man, last game was super intense. It's a little bit, well, I mean, there's still a lot of space. Like you see the main base extends down really far. Still decent opportunities to, you know, sneak DTs in with a drop or something. I mean, even back here, there's like a little area behind the natural you can drop on. So DeWalt could try that again. He did get quite an early shuttle and a couple of DTs, and I'm actually thinking, you know, in that game, I really wonder if the Corsairs came out earlier, you know, if instead of going for the DT drop, he just, you know, used that money at home for a couple of High Templars, maybe things would have gone a bit better for him. I mean, the DT drop was very effective. I think really the Corsairs coming out earlier could have made a huge difference, because if he could have supply blocked True Touch that whole time, you know, there wouldn't have been a billion Hydras coming into his base so quickly. I'm not sure why he hid so many Corsairs in his main base for so long. I mean, yeah, element of surprise is nice to come out with with like 6 Corsairs, but I think he just needed to put more pressure on before that. Is he gonna do the same strategy here? I don't see the core spinning, or I mean, we don't see the research actually either. I forgot this is a replay, so we can actually see what is being researched in each of the things. See, link speed is gonna finish. That's gonna be the end of that probe. But the probe lasted enough to see the spire, which is actually huge. So he knows exactly what the Zerg is doing. He's even able to kill a drone, it looks like, in the 3rd base. So DeWalt's in pretty good shape here. You're definitely happy as a Protoss if you get the complete probe scout like that without even having to use his Corsair. I think his Corsair even is just killing over. Oh no, that's actually a Zealot. Alright, his Corsair's not out yet. Oh, his Stargate's not even finished, so of course he doesn't have a Corsair out yet. My timing is completely off, but oh, unfortunately, second Zealot doesn't get nearly as much done as the first Zealot. But with the probe scout, again, he's not overly concerned. He knows he's not getting Hydra busted or anything like that. And he is going to go for the +1 Corsairs after all. Okay, and the +1 on the ground weapon. So it looks very, very similar to the last game from DeWalt. This is a Polaris Rhapsody, Hermu. It's an okay map. It's nice. This was a map actually where it was, I think, oh man, who was it? It was a PvP. It was an amazing PvP on this map where one guy just kept, or both players actually just kept storm dropping each other and just killing so many probes all game long. And eventually one guy just killed a few more probes than the other guy and kind of wore him down, but it was a pretty intense game. I think it was also like High Templar drops versus Dark Templar drops and all kinds of crazy drops. It was pretty funny. I wanted to say Jaehoon, but I don't think it was actually Jaehoon. It was somebody else. Oh! Ooh, got him. Wasn't Jangbi the other player? It could very well have been Jangbi, but I'm not sure. No, I don't think it was Jangbi. I don't think either of them were dragons. Basically, they were kind of like 2 A-class Pronosses who were pretty good but not amazing. Jaehoon, not Jaeyoon. Is Jaeyoon a player? I don't know who Jaeyoon is. Couple of creeps, got the lurkers going. Pretty standard game. Standard SimCity. All that good jazz. Nothing crazy happening here. You don't watch PvP? Nice, Eon Zerg. Sounds good. Sounds good. We're gonna have Sarah Reaver, by the way. That's pretty exciting. I'm not sure how I feel about Sarah Reaver on this map. It's interesting. I've definitely seen Sarah Reaver attempted on Polaris Rhapsody before, but I'm not 100% sure why that's a thing. I mean, okay, I guess the Protoss can take the 3 o'clock base with Sarah Reaver pretty easily. Just build a couple cannons here, and it's hard to attack into. But other than that, it doesn't seem like, you know, there's a lot of ground space where Hydras can run around, and you know, in your main base behind your natural, there's some high ground as well that Hydras can chill. So, you know, I'm not convinced that that's the greatest build. And the fast lurker from Bakri actually completely discouraging to Walt. I should have mentioned actually, this is a faster than normal lurker. In fact, you can see he's made pretty much 0 Hydras, gone straight for the lurker rush. Wow, I should have actually talked about this. But Bakri actually going to play kind of like a defensive style here. So lurkers are great. But they're kind of great defensively, and oh no, unfortunately for Baku, they're not great against Corsairs though. Oh my god. The mass +1 Stairs, and now the Dark Templars here gonna kill the Spore Colony. It's gonna be incredibly close. If the Spore Colony finishes, the Dark Templar will get 1 shot, and it looks like, oh no, there's a second DT! Oh no! Oh my god. If that Spore had died, that DT could have just shut down everything. Although more overloads are popping out now. Well, okay. Alright. We're good. Calm down. Yeah, so lurkers are nice. You can put on early. We can put on lurker pressure like this. I mean, Hydras could do the same function here, but you can basically set up like an early lurker contain. The problem is, if the player is going Sarah Reaver, this is like the exact perfect response. It's not Sarah Reaver, by the way. He's just getting a really early robo. Did he just scout an early lurker? Is that why he did that? Because that's a very early robo to not go Reavers and just go Obs, but I guess he did just actually scout or somehow sense that it was lurkers. I mean, presumably just not seeing many Hydras when you would expect more Hydras from the Zerg in the early game means it's probably lurkers. But that's interesting. DeWalt having some pretty good game sense there. I completely missed that Bakri was going lurkers until I obviously saw the lurkers. I even saw him researching it, and it just didn't occur to me that that was quite an early lurker timing. So Bakuryu finally able to get into positive supply again, but not able to secure the containment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gateways, 7 gateways off 2 base, plus the constant Corsair production, although he's not producing anymore, means he's gonna have a pretty strong mid-game army. Just DT drop. Definitely makes sense. Oh man, look at this. Eon Zerg. Eon Zerg knows exactly what's going on. Eon Zerg called the DT drop. I didn't believe him. But I should not have doubted the coach. That's why he's the coach, and I'm just some random guy who's not even 2k elo. Sad face. So it looks like the 3 DTs are actually just gonna chill. Where are the Corsairs? The Corsairs are coming. They are coming. Oh man, the DTs are coming too. Does Bakuryu see it? Oh man, there's a Sunken Colony and a Spore. They need to go for the Spore, I think. Oh man, the drones are running. What are they doing? The drones are actually trying to protect the Sunken. The Spore is finished. The Corsairs are here. The DT's going after the Spore. The Spore is dead, and Overlords can't kill him. Oh no, Bakuryu's in serious trouble. The DT drop. Oh man, the DTs looks like Nexus being taken here at the mineral only. They don't even have speed. Oh man, speed not even finished. Ah, where's the Corsairs though? Did the Corsairs run away? Wait. Oh no, there they are. Oh, speed finishes. Is he gonna be able to kill the DTs? The DTs are running away from the Zerglings. Oh no. Oh, it's another one. It's another one. Can he get it? Oh, this feels so bad as a Zerg. Look at Bakuryu's supply too. Oh man, it feels bad, man. He can't make anti-air because he has no supply. He just can't make anything. He's got like 1 trillion overloads at the top right now. Is he gonna just try and splash these down? He can actually attack his own units. Look, he's attacking his own Zerglings to try and splash down the DTs. That's all he can do. Oh no, that's so horrible. I feel so sad for Bakuryu. Oh, he's got some. Oh, he got one. He got one. All right, but there's one left. There is one left. Whew. What else is going on here? It's like winner only base mining it up. Gonna try and get rid of this lurker at some point. Oh, this DT just holy 19 kills on this DT. That is pretty intense. Meanwhile, Zealot's just going around making sure there's no hidden bases from Mr. Bakuryu. And it looks like we might have our first major ground attack from DeWalt. Interestingly, not a single High Templar inside. Okay, there's a High Templar with enough energy for 2 storms, but primarily Zealot Dragoon. DeWalt did this style in a couple of his other games that I cast as well in PvZ. It's quite interesting, very going against the conventional wisdom of needing High Templars. And he's actually going to lose his single High Templar before he even gets to the engagement. The thing is though, like a Lurker Sunken Spore defense is extremely difficult to break into. So, oh no, Bakuryu gets the Nexus. I don't think that was cancelled. Nice catch there for Bakuryu. It looks like catching a few more units in the middle of the map as well. He did rush for his hive, so he's got his adrenal glands upgrade for his Zerglings, and looks like meanwhile a second robo here, so that's got to be for Reavers, right? And this DT is just chilling with 19 kills. Wait, it had 17 before, didn't it? Did he get 2 more kills? I'm not really sure. By the way, is it just me or does the consume sound a lot like a spider mine burrowing? Because just now, before I saw that, I was like, wait, how is he borrowing spider mines? He's not even Terran. And I think that was actually the consume noise. It's kind of interesting. Now, Dark Swarm and Plague. Okay, Plague is fantastic against this force, right? Plague is great. Swarm, it's okay, but there's a lot of Zealots there. And Zealots don't really care about Swarm. And I'm just like trying not to miss this DT killing everything. Oh, there's a Spore Colony here now. Okay, so the DT actually can't do anything anymore. But Bakuryu is still getting supply blocked. Wow, DeWalt is maxed, and Bakuryu is supply blocked at 109 supply. I guess DeWalt's going to attack now. He's got 2-0. Wow, Bakuryu's good upgrades, so 2 Carapace and 1 melee weapon. 1 melee attack. Looks like Ling's just being super annoying. Let's see, can they kill this? What? He forced the cancel, really? The army was right there. I don't think he needed to cancel that. I mean, I know 2-1 Cracklings are OP, but they were only 5. I'm pretty sure, and that Nexus was like at full health. I'm pretty sure you could have saved that. That seemed a little bit excessive. All right, here we go. Oh man, the Storm though. The Storm on the Lings. He's going for the Nexus, but there is a Reaver there. Can he get the Nexus? He's right-clicked the Nexus. The Lings are doing a ton of damage. Oh, but the Reaver Scarab just blows them all up straight away. Not even close. It's like DT guys is still chilling here. That's fine. Hey, thank you, Mr. Sir Zelnaga. Wait, you can I'm on single player. Oh my god, you can message me on single player. Guys, it's magic. Guys, I'm watching this in single player and you can still message me. Isn't that crazy? Wow, Blizzard are magic. The technology, guys, it's crazy. What's going on over here? Whoa, hello. It's like we're going into the mineral only. There's nothing actually mining here. But you know, it's all good. Oh man, the double Reaver. Look at this! Just a single Eye Templar and 2 Reavers. He's just completely ignoring the Eye Templar, just going for Reavers instead. I like it, man. You don't need to worry about energy. You don't need to micro it. I don't know if I'm cool, so I don't know if I can read that. Or does that mean I'm already cool because I read it? Oh no, we've created a paradox, guys. We've created a paradox live on air. Can't unread. Anyway, I think Bakuryu's dead right now. He's maxed, or it's a max paradox against an 80 supply Zerg. Looking pretty bad for Mr. Bakuryu. GG from Bakuryu. DeWalt with a bit of payback here, going 1-1 against the LRM Zergs. And that means it is down to Ace versus the 2 Zergs again. Now, of course, this is SAS Ace, which is different from the Ace player in the Ace match, which, of course, we don't even know if it will be occurring. So, yeah. Stay tuned, guys, and I will be back in just a second for game number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us carry on with Ace versus Bakuryu. Some ZVZ action coming up. We're gonna have 2 ZVZs and potentially an Ace match if it goes to 2-2, which I certainly hope it does, but we shall see. And it looks like at the top right position as the purple Zerg, we have Sass Ace. And at the bottom right, as the blue Zerg, we have LRM Bakuryu. And there's some serious tapage going on behind me, but that's okay. that is some 2K ELO taping. Alright. So Ace vs Bakuryu. Oh wait, I have to update the score as well. Oh man. Oh man. The streaming thing is so complicated. Ugh. Alright, we did it. So, Outsider appears to be the map, and both players scouting towards that side, which means Ace could very well be going for a 12 hatch since he's scouting away from the close natural. I mean, the naturals are kind of facing inside. I feel like the distance to both naturals is pretty similar. I don't know, what is actually the quote-unquote correct Overlord direction on this map? Like, is Ace actually scouting the farther natural? Is the left side natural farther for Ace? I think it is, right? I'm actually not 100% sure. Ooh, 9 pool from Bakuryu. Now, Bakuryu actually played yesterday in Clash for Char. I believe in the semifinals he played a best of 3 ZVZ against Eon Zerg, and did not do so well. He did get 2-0'd. So we'll see how he does here against Ace. And I'm also very curious how Ace is going to do here. Ace, by the way, was supposed to play yesterday in the first match against NB and just did not make it, did not show up. So we didn't get to cast his game. That was supposed to happen there. He was supposed to play against Terror. Maybe he was just too terrified and dodged. So he's actually gone for 12 pool, not a 12 hatch. Ugh. Okay. So 9 pool against 12 pool. I guess it's good that he didn't actually 12 hatch. What? 12 pool into hatch in the main. Why would you not put this in your natural? Okay. I mean, like yesterday there was already a big discussion about how 12 hatching in your main is just not very good and you should always 12 hatch at your natural. But I can accept arguments about why you would 12 hatch in your main, but 12 pooling into hatchery in the main just seems wrong to me. Like that hatchery's gotta be at the natural. Although having said that, he's losing the initial Ling War, so maybe that's why. See, even Eon Zerg says that Ace's build order is very confusing. Alright, so I'm not the only one confused by this. In the meantime, Lair and then Speed for Mr. Bakuryu. And there's only 5 links here. It doesn't matter even if they had an arc, which they didn't. But the second hatchery is going to be done soon, so he's going to have 2 hatcheries worth of links to make. But oh man, is Ace just going to lose right here? Oh no, it's speed against no speed. Oh god. There are 2 hatcheries pumping though. I think Bakuryu's still only on the 1 hatch. He's getting a Spire. Oh no, he's losing a drone. He's getting a drone. Ace. Ace is in trouble. Okay. He's not dead, but he's in pretty bad shape. Also remember, the Spire is building. Oh man, Ace, is he not building Lings? Yeah, what's going on? Oh man, Ace's drones are AFK. Oh no, Ace, what happened? Oh no, Ace only has 5 drones. And the Spire is halfway done. I mean, I guess he's just got a Ling ult in now or something, right? I mean, 2 hatch against 1 hatch. Wait, what? Wait, does he not know where the spawn is on Outsider? Both the Overlords are just chilling here. One of them should be over here, right? So he's not even going to see the Spire progress. It's slightly unfortunate for Mr. Ace. There's the cancel from Bakuryu. See, Bakuryu figured the same thing I did, that Ace needed to Ling all in now as his only way to win the game. So he built the creep. I'm not sure why he built it at the top here rather than like here or here where it's easily protected. It seems slightly exposed on the top, right? So now speedlings of Ace are coming in, and the Sunken is a little bit slow from Bakuryu. He's having to pull his drones to help defend it. But the Sunken does finish, and it looks like, oh man, the Muta is finished as well. And Ace, I don't think, has any way to win this game any longer. The Sunken will survive. A second Sunken even on the way. Bakuryu making absolutely certain he does not lose to Lings right now, although the Sunken is getting very, very low, but GG from Ace. And Bakuryu takes game number 3, putting LRM 2-1 up over SAS, which means if True Touch can win the next game, then SAS will be eliminated from Gambit's Cup Throwback. Whereas if Ace can take out True Touch, then we will see an Ace match. Alright, let me cross out Ace here on the overlay. And I guess we will we'll just get right to it. Let me load up the game. Alright, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 4. At the top right position as the red Zerg, we have True Touch. At the bottom right position as the purple Zerg, we have Ace. And I believe we are on Fighting Spirit for this 4th match. Once again, LRM is up 2-1. SAS, man, SAS, the powerhouse team, is now facing elimination. AC, oh wait, no, this isn't Fighting Spirit. What the heck? What map is this? This is Eye of the Storm? I think it's Eye of the Storm, right? This looks like Eye of the Storm. Man, I always get confused between Eye of the Storm and Empire of the Sun. I just cannot figure out which map is which. But I think it's Eye of the Storm. Eon Zerg is confirming. Thank you, Mr. Eon. Okay. So... this is the battle cruiser map? Oh man, it's glorious. Isn't this the map where with that movie versus Flash finals, where this was the only map that movie won? Anyway, night pool action coming out from True Touch. Maybe Bakuryu told him it was a good idea. It's like, hey man, I just killed Ace for the 9 pull. You should go 9 pull. Yes, we are going to see battle cruisers in the CVC. I mean, we already saw that Consume, the sound effect, sounds pretty much exactly like Spider Mines. So if Zerg can make Spider Mines, then they certainly can make battle cruisers. We've got a 12 pull again against 9 pull, so identical builds to last game so far. And remember that Ace also went 12 pull into Hatchery in his main. I mean, I hope we don't see that again, but we probably will, to be honest. Alright, where is he gonna do it? Gonna keep an eye on this. You could say I'll be keeping an eye of the storm. Okay, that was terrible. You guys should all just leave. Just leave. Just stop. Just put me on mute. Just mute. You guys don't want to listen to this anymore. Oh, he built it. It is natural. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank you, Ace. I am so happy. Thank you for doing that. Maybe he asked DeWalt. He was like, hey, man, DeWalt, I lost to the 9 pull with 12 pull. What should I do? DeWalt's like, why would you make the hatchery in your main, man? I'm a Protoss. And even I know that is incorrect. Now, the problem was, last game, he lost the initial 6 Ling on 6 Ling action quite severely, which should not really happen, especially not if you have 2 drones here. Now, he's got to be careful not to let the drones get sniped, though. True Touch could try and run in, pick off the drone, and then just run away. And looks like just gonna pressure on the hatchery. So he wants to lure the main force out so he can sneak the Lings into the main base. Oh man, that's not good. Oh man, this hatchery is taking a lot of damage. And here we go, he's committing now. The drones are not doing anything though. The drones are not getting any shots off. Ace is in a lot of trouble. The hatchery finishes, but he completely gets massacred by the Lings. And now speed is finished for True Touch. And this hatchery is almost certainly going to fall. He cannot hold it with his drones. Oh my god, he's in so much trouble right now. He is going to be making Zerglings from 2 hatcheries, but can he catch up though? He's trying desperately to save his hatchery with these drones. 2 more Zerglings pop, but they get immediately slaughtered. The drone gets slaughtered, and Ace loses his hatchery. This could be a very quick end for Team Sass here in the lower bracket. Ace gonna lose the Vanishing Lings as well for Ace. He's making a Sunken Colony, but it's not even in a very well-protected position. I think it would have been better here in the drone line, and here we go. He's making the Sunken. The Sunken, I think, will actually finish, so he might not die immediately. Yeah, it looks like the Sunken is going to finish. Oh, man, he's really not doing well with these Lings, though. Oh man, it looks like Truda just gonna ignore the Sunken Colony, go and try and kill as many drones as possible. How many drones will he get? Good drone micro though. Good drone drilling from Ace. Only loses, I think, a single drone there. Very nicely done, but the problem is the Spire is over halfway done. He's gonna need to build spores, but he's only got 4 drones. Oh no, oh no! Okay, well, he had 5 drones, but, you know, I'm not wrong. GG from Ace. True Touch takes game number 4 and gives LRM the 3-1 victory over Team Sass, which means Sass has been eliminated from Gambit's Cup Throwback. LRM will move on to play next week. So next week, same time on Sunday, we'll have 2 more matches. We will have the winners from today, IFU versus NB, and then the loser of that match will play against LRM. And then 2 weeks from now will be the finals. It will be the 2 last teams standing for the grand final, and I will also probably be casting a nation war, a Poland versus France nation war as well, just to keep the team battle theme going on. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Pretty good turnout again. I hope you guys enjoyed the games. A little messy here in the end. But I think we had some pretty intense games as well today. So yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. Thanks to everyone who subscribed and donated and all that good stuff. And oh, of course, huge thanks to AWA for organizing this tournament, and to Prowler for sponsoring the tournament. A huge prize pool, $350, $250 for first place, $100 for second place. So best of luck to the remaining 3 teams in the tournament. And, oh, wait, also, man, I have so many things to say. And I also want to double check that there was no more drama notes, because I feel like there might have been? No, okay, they weren't. Okay, perfect. I'm actually going to be streaming again tomorrow, because I'm also casting the Pan American Team League, PATL, which is hosted by Psionic Reaver for well, American teams. There's actually quite a few awesome players playing in there, like Jumper and Terror and other people. So I'm going to be casting on both Monday and Wednesday in the evenings European time. So do tune into those if you can, if you're interested. And otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Matchup is Zerker